light displays.
Pretty much.
Oh man, we're live.
And we're live from the compound.
And we're at the compound.
What up, man?
What up, dude? You got all the cool shit behind you. I just got a fucking lamp.
That's fine.
Got the sweet
Honestly.
pinup girl.
Oh yeah. So the tooling guy sends these out, and I think what was it last year? The company, the tooling company, was like, "Oh, we're not going to do calendars," and all these guys were like, "If you're not going to do calendars, we'll fucking drop you as a vendor." And immediately they're like,
I get the fucking calendar.
Immediately they're like, okay, we'll do calendars.
Look, man, I'm a simple man. I'm buying your product not because it's good, because it comes with a calendar.
It's so funny. Like, so many people were pissed.
Like, you motherfuckers, I'm here for the calendar. Like, you know, I don't think Sports Illustrated does it anymore. Or if they do, it's probably got a bunch of like he-she's on it now.
Yeah, probably.
Probably like chicks with dicks.
Yeah, more than likely.
But done really well, so you don't know, and then you realize you're checking out a dude.
Exactly. Which happens far too often at the grocery store.
Well, I can imagine I was about to say I'm down here in when I go down to Atlanta, but like you're in New York, so it's probably way worse.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like,
well, I like I told you the other day, I got carded for buying creatine.
How is that a thing?
I don't know. It's all, if you go to Walmart here, it's all locked up in a thing, like you can't get it. And then like when you buy it at like a Wegmans or whatever, you get they card you.
You have to be 18 to buy creatine.
I guess. I don't know. It's so stupid. And then they do it with energy drinks too. I think it falls under the umbrella of like, oh, we're protecting our youth and all this other stuff from, getting jacked or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, I guess the energy drinks, right? I guess if you drank like a dozen of it, you'd probably kill yourself. But like, I don't think you can OD on creatine, can you? Can you? I feel like you could eat the whole bottle and you just like you'd be pissing for like 3 days.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there's no state like New York that really trusts its citizens to make the right decision.
It's very weird because, I mean, I think they did it recently with something else. Like, I can't remember what it was. For a while too, it was like fireworks. Like, no fireworks at all. Can't shoot them off. You can't have sparklers, nothing. And then all of a sudden, like recently, it's like slowly gotten to the point where like you can have ground fireworks. Like you can set them off and they'll sparkle or whatever. And like there's certain rules, but it's like, I don't know. There's just too many rules here where it's like we're just trying to protect our citizens. And it's like, at what point are we not allowed to use our brain anymore,
Well, it always comes right in the form of safety, right? Like, remember COVID? It's like it's for your safety, right? Like,
yeah,
I understand Mima is dying in the hospital, but you don't want to get her more sick, so she's going to die alone on a ventilator for everyone's safety.
Yeah, and like, at what point is enough? Like getting carded for creatine, I guess, isn't the breaking point. I don't know. There was something else I read the other day where they said they're doing something in the name of safety for the citizens, and it was like, we never asked you to do this.
It's always,
I don't know. But there's always like all these huge things going on in New York. Like the more recent one was like, obviously gun laws is always a thing. And then the other one is they are allowing foreign companies to come buy farmland and just put up solar panels. And they're like, oh yeah, your power is going to be, no, it all gets piped somewhere else. and nobody benefits from it. And everyone's like, oh, I thought we benefited from it. And we're like, no. And they're like, oh, now we're pissed. And I'm like, well, why weren't you pissed when foreign entities could buy land here? Like, come on, man. So that's
'Cause it's like,
a big topic of debate as well.
well, the thing is like, and this isn't me, like, I'm not trying to shit on, I'm not one of those guys that like, I'm going to shit on every like Gen Z or whatever. Cause a lot of these younger kids are getting rowdy and looking more normal. But like, when for shit to go sideways, for things to happen, that's a young man's game. It's not you or me who's got a family to lose, right? It's like it's when young guys who are like 20 get pissed off at shit like that, then heads start to roll. And the problem is like it's like there's not enough pissed off young guys. You know, when you got a
Right.
family and a house and a business, like you're not going to want to go off and start fucking knocking down City Hall. But when you're 20, like imagine you and me at 20 right now.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Going ape shit.
and that's the thing too, is like a lot of my friends or people I grew up with, not necessarily my friends anymore, they're all part of the establishment now. And it's like they were like totally like fucking punk rock and all this other shit. And like now they're totally part of the establishment. And I'm like, no, like, no. No,
It's
I
so
don't
wild.
like where were you when all this went down? And they're like, in the name of science. And I'm like, no, fucking don't tell me what to do. I thought that that's what the thing was.
That was
And
the
they're like-
thing. Exactly. I thought
They're like, oh no,
was.
we're past that now. And I'm just like, so there's like literally now there's nothing more punk rock than starting a family and starting a business
Yes.
and stuff like that. So it's like it's fucking wild to me that like all these people are like, oh no, we're gonna go get drunk at the bar every night, or we're gonna do this and like not make anything of ourselves, but it's more punk rock to like make something of yourself and like still be pissed at the government. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
just-
well, it's like I could go down to the downtown here, and the same guys and the same girls when I first moved here 13 years ago were going to be in the same bars, doing the same shit, complaining about the same shit.
Mhm.
Getting mad at like Elon for being a trillionaire, but wanting to vote in like pick said socialist policy, right? Like pick said government gives me free stuff thing.
right. Well,
They're
I
all
mean,
for.
and I had this conversation with some people too, is it's like, yeah, it's fucking hard. Like it's hard. And I think a lot of people are like, well, at least to me too, it's happened like a few times. Like, it must be nice. And I'm like, what do you mean it must be nice? It must be nice to wake up at 5 o'clock in the fucking morning. It must be nice to never see my family. It must be nice to like eat shit almost every day. Like, cause you and I have conversations about when I eat shit, and like, it must be nice to like do all those things. Like, motherfucker, you could also do this. Like, it's not, you know
Exactly.
what I mean?
That's my thing. That's always my rebuttal. That's always I'm like, so why don't you just do it?
Right.
Like, why don't you just like with anyone? Pick said, it's a cool thing. That's a talking point now. Shit on whatever billionaire or Elon or whatever, and I'm like, just do it then. Like,
Well, it's funny 'cause
show me a billionaire that didn't work 90 hours a week for a decade.
Well, that's the thing is like, if you listen to any of these guys on any podcast, like recently, like a while back, I listened to the CEO of NVIDIA. He's like, I don't stop working. Like I'll go on vacation, but I'm always working.
Yeah.
I'm not working.
Yeah.
So it's like you either sacrifice a bunch of shit to be at the top, or like you sacrifice a little shit and like for instance, like I watched a video Greg Medford put out. It was kind of like, a heart-to-heart talk or whatever. He put it out a couple of weeks ago.
think
And
I
he's
saw
basically
that.
talking about how he started his business and stuff like that. And I'm just like, yeah, that's literally how all of us did it, with like fucking nothing. Literally nothing. He basically got a shop on like a fucking
Yeah.
prayer and a whim,
Yeah. He
Like-
he didn't even have the money for the first month.
Yeah, and the guy was like, okay.
He's
But
like,
meanwhile,
"All right."
we got fucking bootstrappers like fucking Josh Smith that gets 20 grand from his fucking wife. And that's like, oh my God, all these guys. But just because Greg Medford talks and has differing opinions to people, everyone thinks that he's a fucking dickhead, but he's not. He's like the epitome of the American dream. Like,
I told you we got the wrong MO, bro. We need rich wives. That's the. I'm telling you, every one of these knife makers has like rich wives. It's like
yeah.
it's what we need to do. You got to have like a rich ass wife or a wife with a big bankroll, so you can fuck off trying to build a business for like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, yeah.
that's the game plan. We fucked up. We're like, we're gonna get awesome girls and we're gonna take care of them. The trick is we need rich ass chicks to take care of us.
And like again, I don't really know Josh Smith's situation other than like he got 20 grand from his wife, but also like maybe he lived on a fucking ranch or whatever. I don't know. I have no idea what happened from the time that he started getting knives made for himself and finishing them in his garage, because that's what it is. I'm gonna call it like it is, to the point where he is now. But he's just like every fucking podcast, it's like, oh yeah, we started from nothing. And it's just like, you didn't though.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
You started at 20 grand.
Yeah, you didn't exactly. You didn't start at nothing. Like no, you didn't start at nothing. Like I said, if anybody watches this, I encourage you to go watch what he's talking about with Medford, and you hear like how he started out. He literally went and talked to a warehouse owner, and was like, "No, I don't have enough money to pay you, but I think I can do it."
He's like, I don't have money
to make this happen.
I don't have money for rent, but I will have money for rent.
Yeah, I will. I think I can.
What do you do? And he's like, I make knives, and he's like, just was like, ah, fuck, my wife is gonna kill me.
Yeah. He's like, my wife's gonna kill me if I do this. Yeah,
and he did
it. And then this is where it comes in. It's the hand up. Then he goes back. He makes some money, and he goes to pay the guy, and the guy's like, no, just hold off. Just he like helps him out. He's like, no, keep making the knives. Like this. I think this is gonna work out. So he's keep like, making knives, and he ends
I want to see how far this goes.
Yeah. He's like, no, you know what? Because I think the building had been sitting there for a minute, right? He hadn't anybody in it for a little bit.
Yeah,
so
it was like a while.
Like, you know what? Just keep doing your thing and square up with me next month. Like, keep getting ahead. And then he turned that into, I don't even know how much fucking Medford Knives is worth now, but
yeah, I think they're a multi-million-dollar company.
Oh, for sure. Just the equipment alone in that place.
Because he was talking about it. He's like, yeah, you could make knives yourselves. You could make like a couple $100,000 a year and like be comfortable. And I'm just like, yeah, it's about right.
That's about right.
Like, or you could fucking have a bunch of employees and like just, and then he talked about, his ex-wife being involved in all this other stuff and how he basically had to like buy her out, essentially, is what I got from that. And like, she was a partner and all that other shit.
I give him like the only thing I was thinking about the whole time as I'm listening to that podcast is I was like, man, dude, like I got so much respect for Greg because he's like me. He's like old school. You never heard about none of that.
Right.
None of that.
He doesn't talk about
got
that.
Out. They kept everything in house.
Oh yeah.
None of that got in there.
Business as usual. Yeah, we're going through divorce, whatever, business as usual. And then all of a sudden it was like, then he did this thing and he's like, here's what happened.
Yeah.
I have to get this off my chest or I'm going to fucking kill myself.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Talking about he was in the hole. He was behind on stuff for vendors. Like he had to dig himself out of a hole. Like you didn't know any of that was happening. None of us did.
Yeah, no.
He didn't complain about it either.
Buying a $200,000 bevel grinder to start that other knife company and hoping it fucking panned out. And then all of this shit happened in the middle of it. And it was just like, what the fuck?
Or how about ASK? He said it. He was like, it was a total flop.
Yeah.
Like I had one of those. I bought one to support it. I thought it was dope. But like, yeah, it was like he said it right. Took it all in the chin right there. It was like he lost $1 million doing that.
Yeah.
Which is like
bananas.
Fucking crazy. I just don't think people realize that. Like you don't see too many people like take fucking hits like that and have that kind of an attitude. You know what I mean? Like,
well, that's the thing is like, there's people that are in this, especially in the knife community, I've noticed that like, there's a lot of fucking pussies that will pretend that they're fucking like, top shit. And then there's like people that are actually admirable human beings that like are the shit. And I think Greg falls into one of those. And I think guys like the fucking Bark River dude are the pussies. Like, because they pussed out. He totally he totally shifted that and blamed that on fucking everyone else except for himself.
Everyone but him.
Everyone else was at fault except for him.
Everybody, dude. The Bark River thing is like the amount of people that guy fucked over is astonishing.
Not
Like,
once, but twice.
Twice, dude. This was like it's just like you. It's like, look, I've never scaled a business that big, right? I have friends that are business owners. I can try to understand. I can. I'm sure you can do this too. You can see how easily things can start running away from you, right? And then you're gonna have to figure out a way. Yeah. But again, the difference between a Greg Medford and the difference between a guy or the Bark River dude is you heard Greg say, he goes, the best advice I could give you if you're trying to do this is just call up your people and be like, hey, I need some help. And they'll go, okay, Greg, we can, ship you X amount up until this dollar amount. Try not to go over on it. Like, I can give you this much credit. And that's how he got himself out of it instead of going overseas or selling out or constantly. You see a lot of this. It's all this stealing from Pete to pay Paul shit. You know what I mean? It's like they just keep moving stuff. And they all do the same shit. They'll turn around, like for instance, Bark River, right? I know for a fact Bark River owes some friends of mine a bunch of money. He was buying my Carter from them, right?
Oh, yeah.
You got all this, and my Carter's cheap. Again, how you outspend that shit, I have no idea. But then he turns around and they go, hey man, you owe this bill to us. And then he just turns around and goes, okay, I just won't buy any more of my Carter from you. And then goes to the next person.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
It works in this industry because nobody wants to talk about it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Nobody wants to say shit about it. Everyone just keeps everything so fucking hush-hush. That if they would have turned around and been like, hey, made some phone calls, been like, hey, Norplex or whoever the fuck it is, hey, so-and-so is probably calling you for my Carta because he just shafted us on fucking $20,000 worth of my Carta. And if Norplex had some stones, turns around and goes, hey, we're not going to sell that because we don't want that kind of business in our industry. We don't want that kind of practice. Guy did the same shit. Bark River guy did the same. It's the same. They get in a hole and then they turn around and just fuck one guy because nobody says anything about it, and they go to the next guy and the next guy.
But if it's a small business,
and then they just
hightail it out. If it's a small business, nobody has a problem fucking calling them out in a second. And that's what infuriates me is like everyone knew, a lot of people knew the Bark River shit was going on. Vendors, whatever.
Yeah. Dealers,
whatever. And a lot of people knew that guy bullshit was going on. And nobody said fucking anything.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's like, but the second that all that shit went down between you and fucking dickhead over there, oh, everyone is fucking on top of it. And it's just like, get fucked.
Me and Witty, yeah.
You guys would rather fucking save face for a bigger company. No, fuck all of that. And you're afraid of fucking lawyers? Get fucked.
Yeah, well,
fucking,
again,
fuck you.
I guarantee you Witty has been in a situation where he had product late from Hinderer or from any other number of vendors. Did he go out online and try to make a big scene about it? No, it's because I was a small guy.
Oh yeah, it's because they pay for his fucking shop and all.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing is like people have no problem. Like I guess I use me as an example. Like I promise you, there's any business in any industry, guys have shit goes sideways. You get fucked up. You get behind on something. You make a mistake. Something happens. You got to fix it and recover from it. Right? It is what it is. I went 3 years without getting in any sort of like having an issue, right? It was my fault. I did the best I could to fix it. But the problem is, like you just said, this is how I feel it is. It's because everybody's had a mistake where they fuck some shit up. Nobody wants to point a finger when someone's fucking up and not trying to fix it. Right, that's the problem. It's not when something happens, somebody tries to fix it, and then it is what it is. You roll past it and you make everything right. No, it's guys like Bark River or guys like Guy who keep fucking over people. Like Guy, the last steal he was talking about was that K890 or whatever. Yeah. Why do you think he was using K890? Because he couldn't get any more from Crucible because he was so behind on his bill, they wouldn't sell it to him anymore.
Right. So, and I have a feeling something went down where he somebody did something to that Magna Cut to make it look like it was their fault. So then he didn't have to pay for it.
Oh, dude, and that was, again, there's a good example. Niagara sees it and goes, oh shit, some of your stuff's fucked up. Let us take care of it. Let us buy that from you back, right? Send it to us not only so we can pay you for it, but then we'll figure out what's wrong with it and see if, there's something wrong with it. No, I'm going to make this big stink about it and try to make you guys look like you're intentionally trying to fuck stuff up.
That's when you know something was fucked.
Yeah, when I talked to Bob was like, and he's such a calm guy. He was like, well, the biggest problem with, he's like, look, some of those things looked wrong. They were for sure wrong, and we wanted to fix them. He says the problem is we needed them back because we were trying to figure out they were doing 5 heats of Magna Cut a month.
Yeah.
What he had purchased was over like a 4-month period. So you're talking like, 20 to 25 heats in between those sets of knives. So they were like, we got to figure, like,
oh, is your internet? No. No, baby, no. I'm going to hit him up. You froze. I can just remove him from that and then bring him back in. So we'll go ahead and do that. To the 8 people watching right now, I could see you up there watching this. Don't leave. Come back. Excuse me. Ooh, kimchi. Unless he's having a storm. I'll call him.
I just logged out. I'm logging back.
All right, yeah, I'll add you back in. I think you froze for some reason. I don't know why. Doing it live. Doing it live. Now I can't even see you. You might have to adjust all your microphone and all that shit. Oh, there you are. All right, you're back.
We're back.
All right, so you're talking about Crucible.
We're back.
Or Niagara. Niagara did a bunch of heats, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I was just saying, it's another example of like good company. Company has problem, company tries to fix problem. And the issue with this industry is when company has problem and then company doesn't try to fix problem, they try to fuck people over. No one wants to talk about it. Everybody was talking about Crucible.
Oh, yeah.
But that whole Magna thing, everybody was shitting on them.
Oh, yeah.
Like left, right, and center.
Yeah, I don't know, it's fucking wild. And maybe because they think like, oh, well, they can't talk shit about big company or they're going to send the fucking, the hounds on us and all this other shit. It's like, no.
Well, another thing is this. This is another thing I noticed, right? When people meet people in person, their whole attitude changes.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like you meet somebody and they're like, and they charm you, right? You see them at Blake's or whatever, you get had a dinner or whatever, and you meet them. Everybody's really, really nice. And then they turn around and do some fuck shit. And then people are afraid to be like, yeah, bro, it's kind of fucked up. What do you like? I understand you're not having to, maybe you don't want to do like say something public at first. You got to make a phone call. Like, bro, what's going on? You need help? Like what? That's what I noticed a lot of. People meet each other and they become buddy, and then everybody's salt of the earth. Everybody's super nice. Nobody ever does anything wrong, and then nobody calls that out. It's just like, and that's why we have. This is why you have so much of it.
Yeah, and I mean everyone's stuck
like,
behind a fucking computer screen, so
it's with the like I was telling you about what happened with what was it? Boss heat treating with the pro.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't understand again where the logic comes from, but like, guy buys Pro Cut when it first comes out, sends it to get heat treated off to Boss Heat Treat. The blades crack in like D-Lam.
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
There you go. Blades crack in D-Lam, right? So then they blame it on the they're like, Pro Cut's dog shit. It's all over blade forms. It breaks. It cracks. Like, first off, hold on. How is it the steel? How is this? How is it the steel's fault it's breaking? I thought that's the guy heat treating it, right? Like,
that's another thing too. Is like,
so then
people are so quick to just blame it on the steel.
Heard about it. The blades were cracked, and again, I say D-Lam. Just what you're thinking, like D. Say it again.
I said that's the thing, is like everyone's so quick to blame the steel, but they never look at like the fucking process of it either. And like, I'm cutting in and out now. Am I cutting in and out?
To me, logically, for a second, but like logically, like how could it be the steel's fault that it cracked?
Right.
Like it just doesn't make sense. And these are like it was delamming, like what that said, like literally like delamination.
Yeah, it's fucking wild. Trying to.
So it delams, right? So they're like, I get to the shop, to Pop Shop, when this is happening, and I'm like looking at the pictures. They're like, what do you think that is? And I was like, it's got to be something they're coating the blades with. Something's got to be coated in order to get the things to split like that. Like, there's got to be some sort of. And again, I'm a fucking caveman. I'm not that fucking smart, but I'm looking at it, and I'm like, if it's cracked, if it's splitting like that, there's got to be some sort of temperature differential, right? That's causing. It's the only time I've ever seen anything do that. Turns out they go to fucking, this is Boss Heat Treating, Boss, Paul Boss Heat Treating, Bucks Heat Treating, right? Oh, Boss Heat Treating. They go find out they're with their carbon steel blades. So for anyone watching this that's not a knife maker, you may or may not know this. You have whenever you see like air hardening steels, you'll see people wrap them in the steel pouches. It's to prevent decarb, right? With carbon steel blades, you don't use that, but there's certain anti-scale compounds you can put on clays and stuff like that, and to prevent decarb. And decarb is exactly what it sounds like. It's carbon coming out of the steel, right? You put it in something really, really hot. There's air in there. The carbon gets pulled out and burns off into the air. This is right. It could be a couple millimeters. It doesn't have to be a ton, but you want to prevent that as much as you can. What they were using to coat their carbon steel blades was coke, not booger sugar coke. Coke, as in like refined coal.
Yeah, like stuff that they use.
It's basically pure carbon dust.
Right.
So just in the same way that carbon can go out of a steel, it can go in a steel. Huh?
Right. I should freeze again.
What'd you say?
Are we off? I said, yeah. I was wondering if you froze again because you were like,
am I cutting out?
Your camera was.
Is it my connection or is it my connection? Is it?
Is it?
I froze again? Am I still froze?
No, you're not froze.
Because you froze on mine and I'm freezing on yours.
I'm going to turn down my resolution of my camera then. These people aren't paying for 720 definition. How's that? Is that better? Is that better?
720p.
Yeah, I turned it down to like 480.
But yeah, like just like carbon can go, you can decarb. Carbon can go in steel. Like if anybody's ever heard of case hardening, that's basically what it is. you're stuffing a piece of mild steel, you're surrounding mild steel with a bunch of carbon powder, and then carbon leaches into the surface of the steel. And depending on how long you heat it, the deeper that carbon will go into the steel. So they were covering carbon steel blades with coke, which is pure carbon powder, and then heat treating it. Carbon was migrating into the surface of the steel. So then when they quenched it, you had a harder exterior than the interior and causing them to crack.
Makes sense.
I hear you, Ken. I don't know.
I'm still here.
I got full connection. I got full connect. But I am a computer idiot, so if it's me.
Go to your camera settings and just change it to like
So
480p or whatever. We'll see if that helps.
Resolution. Settings. Camera. I am at 480. Should I go lower? 360?
Fuck it. Try it.
The lowest of low resolutions. The lowest.
So far, so good. No.
I would want to see me in the lowest resolution too, to be honest. Let's be real here.
I don't know. Maybe the next,
yes.
The next go around, we could probably. Oh, I didn't realize there was a live chat going on.
Yeah, I just saw it. Yeah.
Cool. So the next time we do this, we'll figure out the fucking connection shit and whatever. It doesn't matter.
First go around.
So just basically, the mighty Paul Boss isn't so good at fucking heat treating, essentially.
Well, the thing that was blowing my mind was they sent him the blades back like that. And then the dude blows up on Blade Forums talking about the steel shitty. It was like the heat treater took no responsibility. This is Paul Boss. Again, these guys supposed to know everything about heat treating, but they're covering carbon steel blades with carbon. And then when shit starts cracking, right? Then they wonder then they go, oh well, man, they just broke. Must be steel. You like, man, good company goes, hey, we made a mistake, let's fix it. No, they go, oh, it must be the steel.
And like, not for nothing.
Like,
there's all this fucking information and data out there, and all these old fucks are always like, "Oh no, I don't need any of that stuff. I got it.
It's good enough.
I got it. We're good. It's the steel's fault because I'm so fucking good at what I'm doing."
That's like blows my mind. It like blew my mind. Like it's like they go, oh well, it's a new steel, so it must have been because we cover 1080 all the time with the fucking coke and don't have a problem. Yeah, so maybe you need to treat this one a little different because you've never heat treated it before. So like,
or test it.
Yeah, like that's what was like. It's and again, nobody says anything about it. Like that whole Blade Forums post still up. There's no nobody knows the resolution to it because nobody wants to talk about it because it's Paul Boss heat treating.
Yeah,
and it's like, and to me, that's the most retarded. Again, I'm a caveman. You look at a piece of monosteel splitting in half, and you're like, well, obviously something happened during that heat treat. They're like, nah, it's the steel, dog. Like, how's it like? It's the steel, bro. Like, no, you don't just steel doesn't just split. Like, there's nothing you could do to steel to make it split like a fucking banana. Like, no, bro. Like, you did something to it. You did, you know what I mean? Like, you did something. Like, it's not, and then they let it ride. Right. And then no one wants to say anything because, oh, well, it's Paul Boss. Like they do all these thousands of blades every year and nothing happens. Does nothing happen or does nobody say anything about it?
Yeah, they heat treat for buck. They got to be good.
Yeah, they got to be good. That's what I mean. It was just like, well, it hasn't happened. Has it? Like, has it? Because it's Paul Boss. So if you get a bunch of blades cracked, they're like, oh, man, it must have been something with the steel. So then everybody just goes, oh, okay. Like how many times? This is not the first time this has happened. And also, it's like, to me, again, these are the heat treating experts, right? Paul Boss and all this. What the fuck would go? I was trying to think of their logic to think like it'd be a good idea to cover blades in coke and then throw them in a furnace.
Right.
Like, I don't know if the thought process was like maybe the carbon will burn up on the outside and that'll like, but again, like
No, it's
we know
because
how
they're
like
it's because they're fucking troglodytes and they refuse to fucking read anything about anything.
yeah. Like if I know this, you have to be like I have the same internet, the same books you have access to. Like, how do you not know it's not going to be a good idea to cover carbon steel blades with carbon before you throw them in a furnace?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
No,
and
it's
the
just
pieces
the
I think they were like
It's the fucking ego thing. It's the ego thing with them. It's the ego thing with it's the ego thing with fucking Montana Knife Company. It's just like, oh, no one's doing this. We're the best. We're just the best. And then you test their shit and it's just like, are you though?
yeah, like that the Hardness kid, the Josh kid. They're like 58 or something like that, right? Like a whole slew of them were like under 60. It's like,
yeah.
First off, you got to try to get Magna Cut that soft.
Oh yeah.
Like you got to intention. That's not like a like you got to be either awesome. Like and then again. Look at our big new heat treat furnace. It's the orange one. We're the only ones that do heat. We're the only ones that are doing heat treating like this. And I'm like, or like every other knife maker in his garage that has a fucking kiln. But
no, it was like fucking ticker tape. It's like this thing's top of the line. We got custom colors, blah blah blah. We got all the things. Meanwhile, I like literally asked my heat treat guy. I was like, "What oven do you guys have?" And he's like, "Oh, it's on our website." And I was like, "Oh, they have a fucking way better oven than fucking the guys over at fucking Montana Knife Company."
Yeah,
and they use this same cryo furnace as pretty much anyone. Like it's like, come on, you're not. It's not. You're not the only ones. And
because it's like,
and then I find out too that they don't even have that furnace up and running. So
it's not.
No, it's not. So the fact is that they requested that hardness from Peters, and that's what they got from Peters. They requested it because when you send shit to Peters, you got to request a hardness.
Yes.
So it's like you guys didn't even like. What the fuck? You didn't even try.
No,
and then I talked to the fucking lead engineer or the lead machinist over there. He's like, "Oh yeah, we're really gonna nail this fucking heat treat once we get our furnace up and running." I was like, "Wait a second, you don't even have the furnace going. This multi-million-dollar furnace that you guys just blabbered on the internet about."
It's not hard to heat treat. Like I hate the fucking like the lore and mysticism about heat treating. It's not hard, especially when you're talking about these powdered steels. All the work is done.
Yeah.
You just don't fuck them up. Like it's astonishing to me. Like I don't, and guys will always do this. A lot of guys. So I see that the hardness guy, Josh, I think his name is
Taylor.
I don't know why I said Josh. Taylor. And it's like, you know, I watch him and he was talking in the comments about it. And a lot of the stuff he's trying to, you know, figure out in his head, like, I wonder why they do this, would be the same stuff I was thinking about before. And if you're not on the other side of it, it makes sense. He's like, oh, well, a lot of guys don't like, it was somebody's M390 was like 59. And they were like, well, or it came in at 62. And they were like, yeah, it's because they're using cryo and da 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 da. And I was like, you don't actually need cryo to get M390 to 62 at all. And you see what I'm saying? And then they're like, oh, well, it must be because of, you know, machining. Well, first off, the machining's done before the knife gets hard. First off. Second off, and again, I'm not making fun of them at all. It's like, I would have thought the same thing until I got to this side of it, right? You're like, oh, it's some sort of cost issue, right? It's got to be cost more to do it. Well, it must be the grinding. It's like, well, no, because most people are using CBN, either wheels or abrasives, and those cut better at higher hardnesses because they're more frangible. So it's like, it's probably not an abrasive thing. And again, we're talking, you know, cost per unit is minimal when you're dealing with that scale. So it's like, it's just, your guess is as good as mine. Why? And, you know, Montana goes, hey, Peters, give me 59 Rockwell. Like, again, Magna Cut. You do not need cryo to get Magna Cut to 63. You run MagnaCut at 2050 and do a low temper, like 300 degrees with no cryo. It's going to hit 63, 63 and a half every motherfucking time. And it's going to be a good one, too. It's going to be a solid,
Yeah,
like, why don't they do
only
that?
thing
I don't know.
I
Same
can
reason they
sur-
leave the fucking water jet marks on the spines of their knives.
Yeah,
Why do they do that? I don't fucking know.
it's the only thing I can surmise is that like the hardness being lower on their blades is because they're asking Larkin to grind them, and Larkin's like, well, here's the Akato price, and here's the CBN price. I'm sure they have two different tiers, right?
Okay,
Because like
there you go.
CBN costs more than the Akano line, and they can grind the Akano line much faster and all this other shit.
There
So
you
maybe
go. That makes
maybe
sense.
it's something to do with that. But having it that low on their folder is like insane, because if the argument is like, all right, well, you know, grinding the bevel, like you're already doing that in house, so you should already have CBN wheels. Like you should just have it. It shouldn't cost you any more or any less. And then if you're going to hard mill them, quote unquote, hard mill them, then you shouldn't worry about that, because I can hard mill up to fucking whatever hardness I want here. Like it's not, we're not going, I have the same exact machines as them. So the machines aren't the thing. The tooling, I can get any tooling I want that'll fucking hard mill 70 Rockwell if we want. So I think it's a choice. And Josh being the guy from the American Bladesmith fucking guild or whatever the fuck you call it, they run everything soft. You know their test. Their test is to bend a knife and fucking
for toughness
in half and hold it there for 30 seconds and fucking grab your cock and fucking whatever. You know what I mean? It's like
blow the judge.
And they fucking gaslight everyone and saying like we're the best. We do shit that nobody else does. Meanwhile, everyone else is doing it better than them. And like it's kind of a slap in the face to every fucking knife company or every knife maker that's out there trying to do their best and put out the best product. These dickheads come in and they're like, marketing, marketing, marketing. All right, at what point is it not marketing? It's just you being a fucking douchebag and you're going to get punched in the face. You know what I mean?
Well, it's just like you said, it's the I guess he's the bladesmith kid. I guess he's the master bladesmith at 20 or whatever. So yeah, it's for toughness. It's for toughness. I guess
right.
Is that the excuse? Is that because they said they're going to nail it? So is that like self-snitching? Or does that mean they didn't nail it this time?
Yeah, I mean it's a little it's saving face instead of like what we talked about before. Instead of being like, hey guys, we fucked up. They're like, oh yeah, we'll nail it on the actual production run. Wait a second. Is this not a production run? Did you not sell a bunch of these to everyone?
That's what I was gonna say. Like what constitutes like, production run?
So I don't know.
People paid for them, right?
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand any of it, and I don't understand that like not making a fixture for your fixed blades and just cleaning shit up and having the best product out there that you could possibly present to people, especially at $450. My buddy TJ Schwartz is doing his new crossbar lock design with a new spring that he invented, and he's fucking heat treating. They're heat treating all of the fucking scales on the inside, the liners on the inside,
really?
To over 60 HRC or roughly 60 HRC, but nobody else is doing it, you know, because fucking Montana Knife Company is the only company doing that. And they're the only ones fucking hard milling. And I made a joke and I was like, I made a joke and I was like, I thought only Montana Knife Company hardens their fucking liners on their knives. And he just was like, what the fuck?
It's because again, I've said this to Tim. It's because nobody talks about it.
Well, here we fucking are.
You know what I mean? Like nobody's talking about it. Like the guys at Tactile, they harden all their stuff. The guys over at Tactile have like 20 fucking Swiss lathes.
Yeah.
Tactile, nobody knows it. Tactile is like a screw company at this point. Those guys make so many fucking screws. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they make a lot of people's hardware.
Tons of people's hardware. Heat treated and not. Like,
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, matter of fact, you can Alima used to be Scanvic.
Yep.
Scanvic, right? They make 13C and 12C and 14C and all that, they sell pre-heat treated steel and they can cut parts for you.
Yeah.
Like it's not, and Montana's like, we're the ones heat treating our fucking liners and our fucking springs. It's like, no, motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
But people believe it because they're the ones that said it.
Right. Yeah. And like they don't dig into it. But if somebody else claims it, they're like, oh, are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Or if they're a smaller maker, they'd be like, are you sure about that? Like, yeah. Like,
yeah. Like, you know how many, like, again, and I tell Tim this all the time because he doesn't talk about, because everybody thinks Tim's like a fucking retard who knows nothing about knife making and just inherited it.
No, he's a fucking legend.
Like, dude, the guy's a genius. Yeah, he has people have no idea. They have no idea how smart.
Well,
every time we're at Blade Show, we're like hanging out and like somebody will come up and be like, "Oh, hey, Tim," and they're like, and if we're all drinking, he'll just start like maybe he'll rattle something off, and they're like, "I had no idea he knew all that stuff." Like, yeah, no, he just fucking was in that shop since childhood and knows nothing about it. He's just, you're right, he's just winging it. Like, but yeah, like they don't. All their stop pins have always been hardened. You know what I mean? Like their stop pins have been hard and all their lock faces have been carbureted. All that kind of stuff's been going on for fucking 2 decades, but they don't talk about it. So Montana comes by and goes, we heat treat our hardware. Like it's this revolutionary thing.
Oh yeah. We're doing stuff nobody's doing. We're pulling
it's
out
like,
all
so it's like, cool. The liners of your knife are the same Rockwell as the blade. That's dope. That's so cool.
Well, they had to save money somewhere. They had to put everything in the one fucking heat treat badge.
Yeah, you spend the money sending parts out to get heat treated, right? And you got to deal with warp and all that. But then you heat treat the blades to 59. Like,
guys, I'm here to say it right now. When Montana started out, they didn't make any knives. Okay, they didn't make any knives. They had a design. They sent it out to get fucking water jet cut or laser cut. And then it went for fucking heat treat at Peters. And then it went to fucking Larkin to get ground and they tumbled it. And the only thing they did when it came back was like shape the scales, I believe. Or actually, no, the scales were machined by another guy. I can't remember his name. But then they put everything together. But there are some times when they would like finish the spines and get everything to line up perfectly. In the earlier days, they did that. And then at one point they're saying, these guys are such retards buying our knives. Fuck it. We don't even need to fucking clean up the spines.
Yeah. It's a fingerprint.
Those are just the fingerprints of the knife.
The fingerprints of the knives. And that's what kills me. They look you in the face and they have this. This is how dumb that guy thinks everybody is. They think your average dude who buys one of those knives is so fucking dumb.
Yes.
That you believe we do that on purpose, not because it's saving us time to mill it or have someone clean it up. No. It's because it's a fingerprint. It makes yours unique.
It makes yours unique, and you're a unique snowflake. Give me your $450 for this Magna Cut piece of trash knife.
Dude. Like,
when if you go to guys like fucking TJ Schwartz selling a $290 Magna Cut knife that is arguably 10 times better quality, better heat treat, better edge thickness, everything. People I can't believe it. They're $295. It's a race to the fucking bottom, it seems like.
So it's a race to marketing. And knife makers are horrible marketers. Like, you go to Blade Show and you see it. You go to Blade Show and you see it. You see guys sitting around.
That guy could sell a ketchup popsicle to a woman in white gloves.
Yes.
And she would fucking buy it in a second.
Yeah. It's marketing. That's what I'm saying. And there's nothing wrong with marketing if what you're marketing is good product.
Right.
Like, I don't have a problem with the marketing at all. Like, you market it with the guys and Steve Ranella running out skinning fucking elk, go for it.
Oh, yeah.
But make a great knife.
Well, I was telling somebody this the other day. I was just like, they're very, very good at storytelling. They're so good at storytelling, in fact, that they don't even need to make a good product because the story sells the fucking product.
Yes.
They don't have to make a good product. Because as soon as you pick up that knife and open the box and fucking it's all there, it's like, oh, the story's already been told. You've already been told what to think about the fucking knife.
Yes. That sales, when I was doing food sales, they taught me that day one. People don't buy products, people buy people.
Yeah.
So it's like people got to buy you. You got to sell them you. You got to make them believe you're got the best interest, and then you got to do right by them, right? So the first part, you getting that?
It's literally the storyline of fucking Tommy Boy.
Yeah.
Just go watch Tommy Boy, that documentary, and that's how it works.
Yeah. The Montana guy got like a couple $1 million worth of free marketing from his buddies.
Yeah.
Who wanted to see him do well. And now he's got an $18 million facility in the middle of Montana.
Yeah. And I bet they're fucking shitting bricks trying to fucking pay for it.
Dude,
I looked at the interest. I look up the interest payment alone. It's like north of 180 grand a month in interest.
that's so
month.
crazy. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. I'd be I'd be shitting myself all day.
Yeah.
I'd be shit unless I like had to deal with Walmart. Like I'd be dying.
Yeah, but then you would end up guying yourself because Walmart would be like, we want fucking 100,000 units in 3 months. And you're like, fuck, we can't make that many.
Yeah, like I said, like I'm all for the marketing, but like the gaslighting with the it's supposed to be on the spine like that. It's a fingerprint. It's like, bro, you're a master bladesmith. I've seen your work.
Yeah.
Like you do these high-end customs, dude. Crazy intricate detail, like really high-end Damascus and fucking, all this bolsters. And then you and that, you know what though? That's where that comes from. Because I know a lot of blade, like, ABS guys, and like their tier, like when you're someone who sold like a $6,000 custom, what $400 should buy you is like throwaway.
Right.
That's the mentality. Like that's that's his mentality. It's like, it's only a $450 knife. Like, what do you expect me to clean the spine? Like, what, bro? Like,
you expect me to do actual work? Well, that's the thing too, is like they forge everything. So their work is like, I've already forged this. I've already spent my $400 forging this.
Time went into this. So that carries over to that.
Me to actually clean it up. Yeah. But it's like, dude, you have CNC machines and people that can just do that. It doesn't take that long.
Because that's what the spine thing with. I think that's the thing that pissed me off the most is the whole unfinished profile of the knife. Obviously, it's a cost-cutting measure.
100%.
It's obviously a cost-cutting measure, but you're also selling the knives for $400. So it's like, it's not like you're passing that down. It's not like you're leaving them on there and selling them for $250, right? No. You're still charging premium price for it, and then you just like piss on your head and call it rain. You're just like, nah, it's a fingerprint, guys. Like you don't. It's the soul. It's the soul of the knife. It's a fingerprint. And you're just like,
you're literally charging more money than anybody I can think of that has a fixed blade out there that is roughly the same size or steel.
Yeah, and process. Again, it's not like you got guys hand finishing these things. It's not like
what I mean? No
one's finishing these things. You got, it's and there's nothing wrong with it. But
be honest.
It's a fingerprint. Like that's what just killed me. I think that was because to me it's like a snapshot into like your character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's good company does bad, tries to fix, and then there's that. It's just like you're like instead of being like, oh, it was a cost cutting thing, we're gonna start cleaning them up and we're just whatever, and then they cool.
Yeah, just be fucking honest about it. I'm sure nobody would fucking care. And honestly, the people that got the ones with the fingerprints would probably cherish it even more because it was like, oh, you can't get these anymore.
Yeah, these are gritty. It's like what's his face? Was it Dark Timber? Dark Timber Knives, I think is his name. Bro, you go to Blade Show, like that guy's got a line. Like there's people camping out. These are, what Winkler knives are?
Yeah.
That style, right? It's like very simple acid wash blades, this, tactical kind of thing, outdoorsy thing. Dude, like you go to Blade Show and there's dudes camping out for like 2 days to get in line for that guy's knives. They'll walk out there before the doors open. Guy's got a stack of like numbers, like 1 through 20 or whatever, however many blades he's got, and in line. So that's like, bro, and these things, and again, and they're gone like that. Like they're gone. Guy's got to follow him. Guy makes, he's like Winkler. He makes these like very heavy duty overbuilt fixed blades.
Uh-huh.
doesn't try to sell them like or pitch them as something that they're not.
Right.
They're really simply finished, and they sell like crazy. You can do that.
Yeah.
You can do that. Now, even he cleans up the spines on his knives, but again, it's like, or what's his name? Dan? Trekker Dan?
Oh, yeah, Trekker Dan. I was just thinking.
You ever seen those knives?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, again, that's your jam. That's your jam. The dude doesn't gaslight people into being like, nah,
No,
dog, this is.
And honestly, I love him for that. Like, he doesn't gaslight people. He's like, hey, I'm making this thing. I'm wrapping it in fucking sisal rope that I found on the side of the road. Yeah.
You want to watch. I wish everybody could have been there. You want to watch. I broke the brains of about a dozen custom knife makers with Trekker Dan. Because these guys are making $800-900 knives, like really high. They're selling $800-900 knives, like these really high end, really well finished knives. And I was like, oh, you guys are in the wrong business. Like, what do you mean? I was like, check these knives out. Like, well, how much do these sell for? 300 something bucks pop, $400 pop. No way. Yep, he sells more than he can make too. Like,
yeah, there's a
this
weight.
Is why you guys need to fucking get online and fucking start talking to people and fucking build a following. But like, so I don't have a problem. Like, you want to make as simple a knife as you can make it, and market how you want to market, but don't have an unfinished knife like a Trekker Dan. It's a very simple, like some would even say it's unfinished, right? He leaves like mill scale on it, and or he'll leave the Medford used to do that. He'd leave like the heat treat fucking colors on it and call it like apocalyptic or whatever. Cool, dope, go for it. Like, but when someone asks you, don't be like, oh, it improves the corrosion resistance. It's like, nah, dog. It's just oxidized colors. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't.
Right.
Just be honest about it.
Dude, it's so funny. The fingerprints of the knife.
It's a fingerprint.
Oh my God.
It's a fingerprint. Our lackluster finishing means it's a fingerprint for you. Meanwhile, the knives are all water jetted exactly the same, heat treated exactly the same, bevel ground exactly the same. The whole point of doing a production run is to make them like that, right? But that's your fingerprint. That's our chef's kiss of uniqueness for your knife.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah. Yeah. Shh. That's for
you.
Yeah.
Shh.
Yeah. Fuck.
You don't even know.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, my dog. I think I made this sound, and he's ready to kill somebody. No, but again, like we were talking about before, it's the lack of talking about it. Hey,
yeah.
No. It's the lack of talking about it. People do shady shit in this business, and nobody fucking says a word about it. It drives me fucking crazy. Because that's why you get more shady shit. I saw some YouTuber, something mindset. It just popped up as I was on a treadmill, and it was like she's talking about shitty knife makers and why this happens, why guys will take these big sums of money and vanish. And like, yeah, that shit does happen, Mm-hmm. And he has all these theories on why it happens or whatever. But it's like the biggest reason why it keeps happening is people don't talk about it.
Right? Yeah. Nobody says fucking dick at all.
Like a bunch of people get shafted out of a bunch of money. Yeah.
A passing comment on Reddit, and then it just goes into the abyss. Like, all this shit exists on these platforms, and nobody fucking says it out loud.
Like, God,
it's all on Blade forums, or it's all on Reddit.
Like, how many years did Guy get away with that?
Oh,
years.
Like almost a decade.
Years. Good company makes mistake, fixes it. Then this is again. I'm not knocking anybody that's like has a problem or something goes wrong. No. Years of taking pre-orders, not filling them out, taking money, and then people are like, oh well, he'll get them out eventually,
and then moves to Idaho, moves out of the state to Idaho, does the same thing again. Oh, it's predatory lending. Oh, you mean banks? I mean, money you got from a bank?
Like predatory. You went in there. You had to go ask for it.
Yeah. It's not like you took out a Strive student loan and fucking they were being predatory to you and fucking made you pay like 100% interest. No. You somehow got the reason why you left the state is because no bank would give you any more money. So
Yeah,
you
you
went
went
to
to a
Idaho.
different state to get another loan, bro.
That's why.
Like, when I was at Blade Show, who was I talking to? I was talking to, I think I was talking to the guy. Or no. Yes. Yeah. No. I was talking to a bowler representative, right? The state's bowler representative. He gets a phone call from the guy that bought, it was a machining company that bought the water jets off of Guy from his, when he had to leave. Okay.
Mhm.
The fucking steel sheaths were still in the machine. So this guy gets them dropped off to his place, and he's like, what the fuck is this? So he sees the name and Bowler. So he's contacting Bowler to go like, what the fuck is in this machine? And the guy was like, well, do you want him? He's like, well, no, I mean, we can't take him. You bought him. He's like, it's very nice of you. He's like, but because the guy that bought him is not like a knife maker. It's like some sort of tooling set or whatever. So he's got these fucking sheets of like, he's like, well, can you help me sell them there? Because I don't fucking need them. You know what I mean? So they ended up buying them back or whatever. But it's like, nobody talks about that.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you wonder why people get skittish with stuff, or like prices go up, or certain things. I'm not saying from one guy, but this stuff happens all the fucking time. Why do you think Microtech Knives hasn't you've never seen them, not never, but in the last 10 years you haven't seen him use any crucible steel?
Yeah.
Why does he use bowler steel?
That's interesting. I never thought about that.
Because he can't, because he owed Crucible so much money, because he can't, they cut him off. That's why he uses bowler. Same reason Guy did.
I've not seen a Magna Cut.
Have you ever seen a Magna Cut or a anything?
That's wild.
All his steel is all bowler. Been bowler for a decade. Why?
Oh.
Because they cut him off, because he owes fucking Crucible so much money. They're like, we're not selling it to you anymore. Same with Guy. So then he goes to bowler. But nobody talks about this.
Yeah.
Nobody
I knew
knows about this.
I kind of figured that shit was going on with him because, like, one right after another, it was just like an excuse. Oh, we can't grind these flat enough, or we can't get to this, and we can't do that. It's just like, come on, man.
Speaking of Microtech, I got a question. I want to know this. When I was at Blade Show, this like the first hour, maybe 2 hours I was there, I was like, what the fuck? I looked it up. Microtech still has the showroom in North Carolina, the production facility in North Carolina, and the production facility in Pennsylvania. Same two places they got knives coming out of. I want to know how at Blade Show this year, not just Microtech, but every single fucking Microtech dealer was stocked to the gills. I saw Halos on every table. I saw Scarab 2s. I saw every fucking LUDTs. I saw fucking Ultratechs, UTX 85s. Everybody had fucking goddamn Diracs and Deltas. I saw everybody had not only that, they debuted they had the fucking MSI, the Amphibian, the fucking and the Stitch, all with the MSI lock in big and mini versions.
And all the chef's knives that they just...
And all the chef's knives. And SOCOMs. Do you remember a couple years ago when SOCOMs got released like every 3 years?
Yeah.
Somebody explained to me how the fuck Microtech went from... Remember, they went to China with Ruaiki because he said he couldn't keep up with production, right?
Yes, I remember.
So now all of a sudden, 2 years later, every single fucking vendor is filled to the gills with not just Ultratechs and UTX 85s, every model, Halos, Amphibians, fucking Dire, everything. Explain to me how he goes and has some shit made in China, and now all of a sudden he's debuting 4 different models with fucking the RAM locks.
I don't know.
Plus everybody's got inventory stocked to the roof.
I know that they have a new bevel grinder, but that doesn't take into account for all the shit that they have out there currently.
Think about how many models they have.
I think he got that specifically for the chef's knives alone.
Yeah, probably. So, chef knives, much bigger, flatter bevel. Yeah,
right. So yeah, I don't know. I did listen to it, like I told you before. I listened to a podcast with, I think it was McNee. McNee's Knives had had Old Man Emerson on there, and Emerson was talking about there's a company that gets shit shipped in and it says made in China on the blade, and then you can just sharpen it right off.
Yes.
So I don't know. I'm not assuming.
I'm just saying, dog.
I'm just saying it's
all I'm saying is I went to Blade Show this year. E-Knives was selling. Oh, not only that, mind you, not only that, none of their prices have moved.
Oh yeah,
they still I can go right now and go buy a brand new Ultratech, fucking DLC coated or with the tan or whatever. Maybe it's Cerakote or whatever for fucking $320.
Yeah.
The Gen 4 with the new clip and the new action and the da-da-da-da. And they somehow managed to develop the no blade play technology that apparently now is vanishing because Hawk fucking sued them.
Oh, yeah.
But explain to me how you got 12 fucking different models. You made 4 brand new ones in G10, in aluminum, in fucking like.
And also, why are you
shit coming out?
Also, why are you creating a new steel? Like, this is our Microtech steel.
Yeah, and you're doing chef knives now.
Like, I don't
all here, and not just that. You again, E-Knives, the Gen 3s, the Ultratechs, they were $200 a pop.
Yeah,
I think that was their special this year.
I mean, Spyderco can't even do those numbers, and they have to have fucking China.
That's what I'm saying.
On a lot of their shit. So
think about Spyderco's a good example. Think about how many models Spyderco has, right?
Yeah.
Now, granted, also a lot of their biggest sellers are the same, pattern, like PM2s. It's done in G10 liners. Like they've had the same models they've been doing for a long time. Microtech developed 4 new models, redid a whole new gen on the fucking Ultratechs and UTX 85s, and they're putting out Halos, Scarabs, fucking Diracs, fucking Deltas, fucking you name it, bro. They're all out there in every blade shape, in every blade finish, LUDTs, all of them, bro.
Yeah,
I'm like, where did they get all this inventory?
Yeah, I follow them on fucking Instagram, and they are coming out with new shit like every fucking
week.
It seems
Ramlock on everything, minis, mini MSI, mini amphibian, mini fucking the Stitch. All 4 of those. They did all 4 of those this year.
Yeah,
and I'm like, okay, like, sure, just all coming at it. Like, remember, having the Delta made in China.
Yeah,
they couldn't keep up with production. That's why they had to go there.
I remember that. Yeah,
remember because like they'd sell out and you'd see them. They come in batches. They come in waves, right?
They also fuck themselves on. This is how we heat treat fucking video.
Remember that fucking video?
Oh my god!
Dumping them all out on that fucking air cooling thing. And then we temper them and then we cryo them.
Yeah.
We temper, then we cryo. Because that works.
And look at this scientist here with us.
Here's our scientist. Every video. Hey, this is our employee, Travis. He's been working here for 47 days. Yeah. Like, why is everybody new?
Yeah.
Like, what? Huh?
Some 2023 Ultratechs for MagnaCut for what it's worth, but only a couple hundred. Well,
hey, Fitz, there were a couple hundred Riot blades that were made in MagnaCut that weren't actually MagnaCut.
Yeah, that's true.
And if you recall this last year when Sal Glesser did that fucking interview when he said the Chinese have their own version of MagnaCut. Remember that?
I remember that.
Yeah. So again, how they I can tell you for a fact, like whether or not they bought Microtech. I can tell you for a fact there's never been a single sheet, never been a bar of MagnaCut ever been sold from Niagara over to fucking China. Never. Now it might be different because Aerosteel's in Europe. They got their own separate thing, but Crucible in Niagara never sold it.
Yeah.
If now to make a couple hundred Microtech blades, probably 1 sheet of MagnaCut. They could probably get their hands on it to do that. Maybe, I don't know. But again, how Marfione does all these fucking Star Wars fucking shits and doesn't get sued by fucking Lucas is beyond me as well. He does all these with the logos and everything, and like nobody's like he's got a
team.
I couldn't do that.
He's got a team of probably like how close could we get to the fucking line?
Yeah, he's like, what's his name? Close to the sun. Like he rides the line. I'm like, dog.
I mean, yeah. And you're a guy that, again, nobody talks about this. He sued his own kid, so twice.
His son owns. Everybody probably knows this, but his son owns Heretic Knives. The booths are right next to each other. at Blade Show. They're 10 feet apart. They're right next to each other. His son, they served his son at Blade Show last year. Door opens, guy walks up, sir. Brother, when I'm telling you, they're from me to my front door apart. They're right next to each other, the booths.
That's wild. That's so wild. I wonder
No,
what
he
is
hates
even,
his son.
what is even for?
Huh?
What is
I
it
don't
even
even
for?
So, bro, if anybody gets a chance, go on the U.S. patent website and look up Microtek's patents. A lot of them actually aren't even filed under his name. It's some buddy of his that files a bunch of them. Dude,
Yeah.
he's got like 40 patents. He's got patents on whole knives. Like, remember the what was it? The Exit, the little short chode one? Like that whole knife he has patented.
Oh my gosh.
That whole knife he has patented.
Don't worry,
Like,
no
he's
one's gonna
got
fucking
so
make
much.
it. The thing I love about the patent thing though is like, and sorry if anyone has a patent or a patent pending. I mean, this is just the nature of the game. You're literally like creating a blueprint for China to just make stuff. That's what they do, is they go to the patents and they're like, oh, let's just take this. This is good. So you're gonna see Hawk locks and Ram locks and all this other shit in the future on Chinese knives for sure.
Especially if they're already being made there.
Yes.
When you go to Blade Show, there is two Chinese people. One has a video camera, one has a click camera, and they go through every single table like this, and they film all your shit and take pictures of it. Why do you think they do that? They don't interview you. They don't talk to you. They go like this.
That's why I really don't want to go to Blade Show.
This is why I don't exhibit at Blade Show anymore.
Not that I mean, shit, the Lamia's already cloned, but like I got other shit that like, I don't know. I don't want my fixed blades cloned. Those are cool.
Dude, Blade Show is a fucking Chi-Com event now.
Yeah, it's a cesspool.
Dude, it's a Chi-Com event. Like one of the only American, well, oddly enough, one of the only American sponsors is Microtek. It's like Microtek and like, what's that other one called? Like Rosedale or whatever.
Oh yeah, Rosecraft.
Love you. Yeah, Rosecraft or whatever. Yeah, it's like that. Civivi, we. Those are all the big banners hanging everywhere.
Yeah, I get the whole allure and support of it, but also I'm just like, fuck, man, it's such a fucking beauty pageant.
It's like embarrassing. Like,
I don't know.
You go there and you're like, oh, this is neat. You know, this is cool. Like, and don't get me wrong, there's plenty of American vendors and other, international vendors, and everybody does it. Especially this year, everybody I knew had a great year. Love you. But still, it's just like it's. I mean, I don't know if you've heard this. I've heard this before, that a Chinese private equity company bought Blade Show a couple years ago.
I heard that.
I've heard that before.
I've heard that. So
it's like, and I wouldn't doubt it. In the last 4 years, it's just like I said, it's nothing but Rosecraft or whatever, and all this shit all over the fucking place, and it's a lot of the big names. Like, again, unless you got a massive fucking budget, you got the fucking center of the ring like Microtek does. A lot of those guys get put off to the sides. A lot of like the Niagara booth, bro. You'd walk right by it. You wouldn't even know it was there.
Oh yeah, it's so tiny,
so little. It's a couple guys. I sat there for 2 hours talking to Bill Wachowski or whatever. He's like the head. The guy Laren references him a lot. He's like the head.
Yeah, I think he's
metallurgist.
like yeah,
over there. He works for Aerosteel now. Which was funny because Bob walked up, or his name's Bob. Sorry, yeah, Bob. Shabala walked up and had this shit-eating grin on his face because Bob, the metallurgist, has no fucking idea who I am. So I was just picking his brain about stuff, and he was, and then I started talking to him about China, and then he really got fucking worked up. And he really started talking to me. And Bob's like, "What did you get him to say?" I was like, "Nothing." He's a great guy though, super passionate, like awesome dude. It was a blast talking to him. But yeah, they're all, nobody knew that a couple years ago. That guy Bob and one of the other employees went over to the fucking, what was it? Was it Riyadh? Or no, it was Best Tech. Went to the Best Tech booth and ripped all the fucking knives off that all said MagnaCut on them.
Yep.
Nobody knew about that because they weren't.
I heard about
it was
that.
a copyright. Yeah, it was a copyright issue.
Mhm.
Went there, literally, which I think I was almost the catalyst to that because somebody came. One of my friends came to my booth, my table, and was like, "Hey, you see those fucking the Chinese MagnaCut?" This is a couple years ago. The Chinese MagnaCut, and I was like, "Chinese MagnaCut?" He's like, "Yeah, they got MagnaCut knives over there at the Best Tech booth," and I was like, I think those are fake. And then Laren walks by, and I was like, Laren, as far as I know, Bob, I don't think they ship any MagnaCut over there. And he's like, no. You know, Laren's like, as far as I know, no. You know, like, so then went over to Bob, and then I think that's what started. Then Bob and the other Bob and another guy, I think Andrew, went over there and went over to that table and fucking yoked that shit up. And what's crazy is tried to get a hold of it because there's a clause in the when you have a table at Blade Show where like you can't be plagiarizing, basically stuff like that.
Yeah.
They went to try to get them thrown out of the show. Nothing happened.
Of course not, because they're a fucking sponsor.
Of course, yeah. They literally went there, ripped the knives right off the table, and was like, "Fuck you guys, you can't do this."
It's like we, Civivi, Riot, Best Tech, all those companies are like right next to each other, and they hire one giant CNC company to fucking do all the work.
Yep, it's all done in the same facility.
Mhm.
It's all done in the same facility. Not only is that all done in the same facility, when you go to Harbor Freight and get a Chinese-made knife, that's done in the exact same fucking facility.
The same building, yeah.
Those fucking $8 and $10. Remember that $10 fucking bug out ripoff that was at Walmart like last year? Everybody freaked out about. That's made in the exact same facility.
Yeah,
they can make heat treat, machine, ship over here to the United States, and both them and fucking Walmart can make a profit off that knife for $10 fucking.
Yep.
And then they turn around and they sell you a Civivi for fucking $80.
Mm-hmm. Or a Riot for almost $500 now.
$500. Yeah.
Some of them are going.
Yeah. Just like those are all made in the exact same place.
Yeah. I mean,
also, I remember saying this a few years ago when I was like, hey, I think it's weird that most of these Chinese knives don't say CPM S35 or CPM S90 or CPM 10V. I don't actually think those things are made for over here. Guess what? They're not. They're not. No, like most of those knives are not. That's why the Taylor Hardness guy, I said, hey, do you even know if it's real M390? He's like, why would you say that? I think he's young. I don't think he's been on this side of it that long, and he'll learn. I said, I can find you the data. Like, you're not the only guy who was doing hardness testing, and there's a couple of guys that have got, that worked at big like aerospace, machining companies that did a lot of work for like aerospace companies and stuff, and they've taken PMI guns and stuff and zapped them, and a lot of them aren't what they claim on the knife. You're hailing this Chinese company for getting their M390 at 62. It might not even be M390. It might be 440C.
Right. Yeah. I'm trying to
you
find.
Wouldn't fucking know.
I don't have a Chinese knife to show.
85-90% of that steel that you see is S35 10V. If it even is that steel, which it probably isn't, it's not CPM. Your best case scenario is it was their version of it, which probably isn't. Like all that 10, the 10Vs, all that stuff, it's probably Chinese like M4 or something like that. Like there's a reason there's a reason you see the Chinese, when they come out with knives, it's all American labeled steel, but every other company in Russia and Europe all use Böhler steels because it's much cheaper. It's much cheaper to use their steels than to have shit shipped from the States. Why do you think the Chinese would waste their time shipping sheets of CPM steel with tariffs across the pond? They won't. They didn't.
No.
And we've caught them a million fucking times. Like remember the ARMP9 or whatever was supposedly some powdered steel, and then Laren caught them with their pants down that it wasn't just a regular. They're like, no, it's a spray form steel.
He's like, no.
And Laren's like, make excuses for him. He's like, oh, they said it was like a language barrier. Language barrier? You ever met these motherfuckers? They speak perfect fucking English. What are you talking about? There's no language barrier. These people speak perfect fucking English. They understand exactly what they're doing.
I think a lot of people put too much faith in that, oh no, they couldn't lie to us.
They will.
but they will.
It's the culture,
They'll
man. If you know
steal the
anybody
patents.
from any other industry that works with the Chinese, like they'll tell you, like it's a cultural thing. Like to them, it's not disrespectful if I trick you. Like
Right.
if I trick you and you buy it, that's just on you for not doing your homework. And if you catch me, it's okay. Like there's no beef. It's not like people don't get pissed off at people for tricking them. You get what I'm saying? In like a
Right.
business sense like that. It's just a different culture.
Right.
They write S90V on the blade and you buy it and you're happy with it. What do I care? Well, it's
Right.
not really S90. Well, so then they go, "Oh, I lost in translation." Like, no, it's not lost in translation.
No, you
what
did
the
it.
fuck?
You got
Get the
caught.
fuck out of here. You met Americans that do business over there. Oh, we don't speak no English. Yeah, right. Okay. Like, no, I'm not buying that for a second. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
not for a fucking second.
Nope.
But again, nobody talks about it. Like I said it to Bob. I'm like, Bob, why don't you talk about this stuff? Now Bob's like fucking 50-something-year-old fucking metallurgist. He don't fucking, he just gets mad about it and does shots of whiskey. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Yeah.
like,
I think a lot of people are just afraid of maybe litigation or whatever, but like here's the deal. I'm not afraid of litigation until it comes down to litigation. Like you can send me as many fucking cease and desist shits as you want. We're not going to court over it yet. You know what I mean? And like, also, who cares? Just be like, judge, it's fucking.
am I wrong?
Yeah. Am I wrong?
I can write a cease and desist letter.
Right.
It's not like it doesn't. Like I can write a cease and desist letter. Anybody can write a cease and desist letter. It's a scare tactic. Like if you had something, you just sue me.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm not lying.
Yeah, just send me fucking court papers.
Yeah, I'm not lying about anything I see. No one's lying to you when you say your steel is not fucking.
If I got one, I would it'd probably just sit in the stack of fucking papers that's on my desk right now, and it would sit there. I wouldn't do anything. I'd go on with my life.
Matter of fact, was it the Magna Cut? I think he was telling me like they asked for a steel cert.
Yeah.
And they sent him a steel cert that was, they like copied one off the internet and then changed the batch number. And the batch number, it wasn't that the batch number didn't exist. The batch number was from like a batch of steel from like 1995. So they were like, this is fake. This is not a batch number.
Right.
Like I would encourage everybody, ask your favorite knife making company for their certs. They should have them all.
They should. It gets shipped with everything.
Yeah, it gets shipped with.
Especially if you order it from Niagara Specialty Metals, they all get shipped with certs.
Yeah, they'll ship one like that right there.
And I believe they ship them with the Bowler stuff too. Yeah. Or no, they don't ship them. They email them to you.
Yeah, but either way, you can call a company up and ask for it. They'll email it to you in 2 seconds.
Right. Yeah.
Steel companies have
not a big deal. It's pretty
it's
common
easy.
in the fucking industry to ask for a cert.
Yeah, it's super easy. Like I said, you order from Niagara, they ship it to you like this. See? There you go. Tells you everything in it.
Yep, tells you how much stuff is in each.
Yeah, what comes in it. Let's see. This batch of Magnum Max, 1.98 carbon, 0.46 silicon. Yeah, it's all comes by country of origin, Sweden. That's where Airsteel is located. Well, that's where their plant is. I think they have another facility in like France.
But yeah,
which is also wild. So like because both powdered steels developed independently, they have 2 different ways of measuring the composition of what's in the steel. Does that make sense? How they add it and how they measure it. Yeah, because like Magnum Max was supposed to come out in like February, but it didn't because like their test batches were coming up short on carbon. Like they wasn't specking out Rockwell wise, and they found I didn't have enough carbon. So then they had it like they've had to figure out a whole like I don't know. You'd think what's in it, but I don't know. I guess it's weird.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, when you watch it get made, there's that Alex Steele video online about it, but it's a similar thing when they had it at Crucible. Basically, they load up this giant fucking thing with all the shit, dump it in, and then it would mix up or whatever, and then they'd have to take a sample and fucking make sure it had enough. And if
Exactly.
it doesn't, then they add more of whatever in there.
Yep.
And then when everything's fucking Gucci, they're like, let it rip, and they fucking spray it through into the bath of liquid nitrogen.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Speaking of which, hold on, do I have it? Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I got something cool.
We're gonna wait. How's everyone liking the show so far? It's all the OGs. But this will be up on my YouTube. So this is streaming live on my YouTube right now. It'll be saved up on the YouTube. And everyone can go check it out.
Is it here? See if I can find it. I think I have it in this bag. Let me see. Hold on. Do I have it here? Aha! Ha ha ha! All right, ready? See this?
Yeah.
This is powdered steel.
Yeah.
This is powdered steel poured in Syracuse, New York, in the old Crucible facility. So
that's fucking sick.
Yeah. So there's a gentleman who used to, I think he was like, I can't remember. He was one of the bigwigs over Andrew, over at.
We gotta get him on here too.
Yeah, dude, Andrew's the shit. Andrew's fucking awesome. We gotta get Andrew on here for sure. He came up to me. I get a text message from him, and he's like, "Hey, where are you?" He was at Blade Show. He's like, "I got a big black present for you." And I was like, "Ooh, good." And it was this. He had a bunch of these. He was, I think, like head of product development, something over at Crucible. He's big over at Crucible. They went under. He went and worked for Stahl Krebs. He was the guy, if anybody see me on here before, who was bringing in the Nitro X7.
Yeah.
He's now working with the gentleman who bought the facility, the actual physical facility of Crucible, and they're getting ready to try to pour powdered steel here in the U.S. This is some of it from one of their first batches.
That's sick.
He was handing these out and being like, "Hey, we're going to do this," which is fucking insane. But Andrew's one of those, like, you know, he's like you, or like, you know, he's like, if I don't do it, I'll kick myself in the ass for not trying.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. He had videos, all the big refractory ovens coming in, and, you know, the kilns and all that. And they're going to be, his goal for it to happen is like insane. He was talking like Q1 of next year. I don't know if that's actually going to happen, but they're going all in, and they're going to be trying to pour and powder steel here in the States again. In the exact same facility.
I mean, they fucking need to, because the shit that went down with that company is fucking insane. That those CEOs were just basically just fucking bleeding it dry.
It's bleeding it. That's all they were doing was bleeding it. Literally.
Because it was crazy, because I talked to tooling reps that would come here, and they'd be like, "Oh, yeah, I just got back from, you know, Crucible, and we tested a bunch of inserts there for their bar peeling stuff, and it fucking kicked ass, but they only wanted to buy 3 inserts. They come in a pack of 10.
What?
They come in a 10-pack. They wanted to buy 3. He's like, "Why do you want to buy fucking 3?" They're like, "Oh, that's all we want to buy right now." And come to find out, they owed Butler Brothers, which was a distributor in Syracuse, a fuck ton of money. They weren't paying.
Here we go. It's just, we were just talking about this with Bart River, talking about it with Guy. Same thing. Run up a tab with X company and then bail on them and go start another one with another company.
Yeah.
And then keep doing that until you can't do it anymore, and then fucking bail.
Yeah. So they owed millions of dollars to all these companies that were selling them tooling. Meanwhile, they're buying 3 inserts because you can turn the insert and get more life out of it and all that other shit. We need 3.
3? Like, at a place that big? Like,
yeah.
You're trying to get through the day. Like,
it's like a $12 insert.
Like, were you just trying to get through the shift? Like,
I guess, yeah. I don't know. It's fucking wild.
And this is what I'm talking about, and nobody knows about it. Like, it's just stuff like this that, like, people don't get how fucked this industry is. Like
Yeah.
stuff like that. Everyone's like, oh, and the other thing is like people don't like Bob Shabala as like should get like all the credit in the fucking world for seeing this coming down the pipe like a year ago.
Yeah.
And getting everybody
years in advance. Years in advance.
dude. Got Carpenter and Aristeel and all these guys lined up to keep steel like flowing in essence.
Yeah.
Which is just bananas. Like because well, that's another thing is like, I mean, you have to see stuff change because now, I mean, none of us can. I mean, at least for powdered steel, like none of us have 100% made in American knives anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's all made.
Can't.
Yeah, it's all made there. It's all made either in Sweden or Carpenter is an American company, but Carpenter's facility that actually powders the steel is actually in Sweden.
Yeah.
Which.
Yeah, I think the only thing they do is they get the powder shipped here and then they hip it here and then bar it here and send it to Crucible. Or not Crucible, Niagara. Yeah, it's fucking wild, man.
Yeah. They make it over in Sweden. Which I was like, when the fuck did that happen? They were like, they quietly did it like a decade ago. Just casually.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to go put a facility in Sweden.
Yeah, literally any knife that says made in the USA is basically infringing on Federal Trade Commission rules.
Now, yeah.
Now, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I've had to since change a lot of shit on my website or have changed it. I mean, to be fair, that's why I think Spyderco never put made in the USA. They just put Earth USA.
Yeah, Boulder, Colorado or whatever.
Golden, Colorado. They don't put made in.
No.
Because you can't.
You can't. No. Yeah, you can't. Which is pretty fucking wild. Like,
yeah.
No, like, that's why when Crucible was going under and I don't really feel like it got the attention that I don't think people thought about it like that.
No.
You know, because like, you know, as far as it's pretty stringent with the made in the USA stuff. So it's like, you know, it's not even like a percentage of the product. It's basically like the business end of whatever you're making, like whatever its intended purpose is, whatever does what it's supposed to do. You know, that has to be made here. Like this is why like Leatherman had a big issue back in the 90s or whatever. Cause like the heads I think were made in Mexico, but the rest of it was made in Oregon. But because the head, even though it's like fucking 30% of it, because that's the business end of it, basically, it can't be made in America. So it's like the steel is the business end of any knife. So if the steel isn't made here, well then no, it's not made in America. It's or it's made in America with outsourced parts. I don't know how you'd say it. Maybe because I see see that on some stuff. I don't know what that.
Yeah, global parts or whatever.
Global parts or whatever.
Materials. But yeah, you can't even like a titanium folder. Like you can't because titanium's not made in the United States.
No,
that's all comes from Russia or China.
Yeah, and that's the same reason why if you're using American CPM steel, and the titanium is Ukrainian or Russian or whatever, it's still a made in America knife because the business end of it, the blade itself, is from here and then it was manufactured here. Now it's like nope, like
fucking wild.
Now you got to get it, and then Buderus went under, which I don't think people realize how much 1095. Like I'm pretty sure, what's the fucking company? Not Essie. I think Essie and I know for sure what's it called. God damn it, not TCal. What's the fucking company's name? Basically, all those like outdoor tough guy 1095 knives, like that was all Buderus steel.
Yeah,
that was like all 1095 from Buderus. Like, and then now
made in the USA and everything.
Yeah, now it's like no. Like now you got to buy your shitty 1095 somewhere else.
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
Yeah, you got to buy your shitty 1095 somewhere else, or just use better steel.
Oh yeah, Tops.
Tops. There we go. Tops. That's what I was thinking of. Tops. Tops. Yes, thank you, Blake Carey. Tops. That's exactly what I was thinking of.
I think that was like a big reason why I wanted to make my knives too. Is like made in the USA, man. But I mean, now you can't say it. And then if you do say it, then you got people like fucking Ben Banters from NAF saying, well, technically, oh, here we fucking go.
Bro, that guy, that whole, like, I saw that whole thing as like, I'm gonna fucking poison the well on Made in America. So when we do start making these things in China again, or we're gonna have parts made in China, or whatever we're gonna do, it's gonna be so muddy that everyone's gonna go, well, you know, technically. That's
right,
what I
yeah.
felt like that
Technically, it doesn't matter, I guess.
Yeah. That's what I felt like that was. That drove me fucking crazy. That I
Well,
was
yeah,
like,
and then he went over, and then he went into the whole his whole stories thing when he went over to China with his partner there. Oh, these are humans and blah blah blah. Yeah, I understand they're humans. Okay,
yeah,
get all of that.
they're
It
human.
doesn't mean that they're not dishonest,
They're
and it's
human.
not racist for calling people dishonest from another country. I'm so sick of that.
They're still humans. Yes, the 7-year-olds that put that sweet satin on those blades you make, totally humans. And
Yeah.
because I don't like 7-year-olds working in sweatshops, is why I don't want my shit made over there. That's
Right.
why, because they are humans, and I don't want them. I don't agree with.
Yeah, and there's like a culture of people over there that are being enslaved that we don't fucking talk about.
Like the whole country, basically. Like,
Yeah.
like it's not something that I want to support. More so, it's not just that I don't want to support that. Hey, maybe I want to just support the shit here.
Right.
So it's like, so here, if people don't know why Crucible went under, on top of the fuckery happened because of the business model. All the powdered steels were very profitable, right? Because they were one of 2 people in the world, basically, them and Bowler, that were making powdered steel for industry, right? So it was very profitable. The problem was that was 15% of the business pie. The other 85 was surgical, like stainless steel, like you see on like tabletops and
like
kitchens.
Auto industry, all that.
Auto industry. So like 316 and 410 and all those stainless steels. The reason Crucible went under is because China makes those steels for half the fucking cost that Crucible could. Because China, being an authoritarian communist state, can do everything cheaper than you until you're out of business. Because it's the government printing the money. It's the government that'll take the loss. So they come in and they make all those shitty grains of steel for 20% less than fucking Crucible can do here in the States, because they have to pay Americans to do it, wait them out for a couple years, and then look what happens. They go belly up. Now China's the main producer of these stainless steels, and they can run the price up whatever they fucking want because there's no one else to compete with them. This is why it's bad.
Well, yeah, that's
one
what
of the
people
reasons.
don't understand about manufacturing overseas is that if I want something manufactured overseas, so if I want this manufactured overseas, I submit everything. Well, the government over there gives those companies material credits.
Yep.
The government pays for the material to get it all made, thus just letting them profit everything. And then obviously you got to pay taxes and all that other stuff. That's how the government gets their money back.
Yes.
Whereas here, it's not none of that supplementing. I have to pay money for my material.
Yes.
And fucking charge what it costs to machine all of it.
Yes. It's exactly what happens.
It's
the government owns all the means of production and all the product.
Right.
So they come into an industry, a company starts up, they give them the raws, they give them the material, they create it and then sell it. And again, they're using child labor half the time. So they can make, again, think of the $10 knife at Wally World. They sell it for $10. That means Walmart and that company are making money, and it had to get made and shipped across the goddamn ocean.
Right.
That's how they will come in and sell things. They do this with every industry. They come in and they will lose money, right? They will not make a dime because they can do that because the government's subsidizing it. They will lose money and subsidize those companies until the industry in the other country collapses.
Right.
Then they take all the business. Right. This is why it's bad.
Right. And nobody understands that it's just paid for. Like when you get those free beers at Blade Show from fucking We Knife or Civivi, their government is paying for all of that.
All of it.
All of it
Everything.
is being paid for by the government.
Every bit of it.
But when I want to go on a fucking business trip, Uncle Sam's not like, here you go. Here's like 10K to go spend.
Yeah.
They're like, give me 10K
Yes.
when you're done. That's
of the money that we already, of the taxed inventory that you already bought on.
Right. And not only is it taxed twice, it's taxed like 3 or 4 times.
Yes.
Like
it was the guy that, whatever it is, the person that bought the raws for it was taxed on that purchase. Then the manufacturing of it was taxed on the sale. Then the sale to the middleman, then the sale to you. It's all been taxed. And then you sell it to the customer and have to pay tax on that and it's taxed like 5 times.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And like income that you made on it is taxed. The revenue.
And I mean, as a business buying material, you don't have to pay tax, but you do pay it in the end. Like you pay the tax in the end.
I pay it at the end of the year. Yeah. Right. I'm taxed. Yeah, we're tax exempt, like buying material now, but I still have to pay that at the end of the quarter or the end of the year, however you do
it.
I
still got to pay it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It's fucking
not like actually exempt.
Yeah, it's bananas.
Yeah. But again, that's why it's a problem. That people like, it's just, they don't get it or they don't care. Like, it's not, I'm not trying to just be a dick. I'm just like, this is why we don't have crucible industries in the reason we do not have crucible industries in the United States is a direct result of that Chinese game plan. It's exactly what it is.
No, yeah, but nobody wants to hear that. I just want to,
that's exactly what it is.
A shitty CEO fucked his employees. It's a better story. It sells a better story instead of like, evil country fucking puts other people out of business. No, it's like, that's just a matter of the fact.
It's a matter of fact. That is why. If the Chinese couldn't do what they did and sell to us, Crucible would still be in business. Matter of fact, you'd have more than one Crucible. You wouldn't have Carpenter over in Sweden. You would have, the market would be open for competitors.
You would have companies like Latrobe. Like Latrobe used to make steel. There was a company called Latrobe Steel that made steel.
Exactly.
You would have those companies.
Exactly.
You would have
Basco. But if you're a Crucible, right, or you want to get it, hold on a second. Hey, if you're a company that wants to get into, why would a company get into the stainless steel manufacturing business or any kind of steel manufacturing business, knowing that Crucible's bleeding money? Like every companies knew that already. It's not just like news to us, right? Yeah. Industry knows industry. So why would anyone get into that business and then create another company, which then benefits customers because then that helps drive quality high and price down to be more efficient when they know that Crucible's on its last leg anyway. You're not going to compete with China.
Right. Yeah.
Hold on a second. My dog's not. Hey.
Puppy. So yeah, we're gonna probably be doing these try to do them every week on Friday, and I'll try to live stream them every time to the YouTube, raw and uncut, just like you guys like it. Tell your friends.
Sorry, Puppy's like not even 2 years old, and he's like all of a sudden ready to kill delivery drivers. It's like we got him from the pound, and I thought he was a pit bull, but he's a like American bulldog Roddy mix.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and he's like the sweetest dog in the world, unless you're like a delivery driver coming to the house.
Right? Yeah.
And now he like wants to kill. So sorry, he's loud as fuck. There was a UPS guy dropping something off, probably steel from Niagara, and not China.
Nice.
Probably Niagara steel. That has certs. Cujo going on. Yeah, dude, the dog's the sweetest dog. Like, he's the nicest dog I've ever had in my life. That dog gets bit, like, at the dog park religiously. Doesn't faze him at all. Nothing. He's, like, sweet to little kids, sweet to adults. It's just the last, like, 6 months, I don't know, he's like, if some dude comes to the front door, he's like, I'm going to kill this guy.
That's what you want.
Huh?
That's what you want.
Yes, exactly. My wife's like hates it, but I was like, this is kind of the point of having to talk like this. Is like, he's great outside, and if you don't want if someone comes through that door you don't want, it's gonna be a bad fucking day.
Yeah.
He's like, Yeah, is what it is. Yeah, and like I said, I got him. He was like 15 pounds. Hey, he was like 15 pounds. I thought he was a little pit. Now he's like 22 months old, and he's like 102 pounds or something like that.
Holy fuck, that's huge.
Yeah, he's pretty big. Well, I knew what it was like he was like 5 months old, and he was like 50 pounds. And I was like, that's not a pit bull, babe. I've had pit bulls. They're like 50 pounds at like 3 years old.
Yeah.
So you can get like a DNA test for the dog, like fucking Maury.
Oh yeah.
So like one day she comes home and she's like tiny, and I look over and she's like swabbing his cheek. And, like, puts it in a thing. Yeah, like said, yeah, the dog's looking at her like she's crazy. She's just swabbing his jowl and sends it off, and it comes back and it tells you like, you know, what his lineage is or whatever. It was pretty fucking funny. And I was like, oh, there you go. Rottweiler. That makes sense. Yeah, so now I got Cujo now.
Nice.
To delivery drivers, at least. If you're a delivery driver.
And the whole point of this too isn't to talk shit about everyone. It's mainly to inform everyone, because like nobody's saying anything.
Yeah.
It's like, we're not here to talk shit. We're here because it's the truth. I'm sure people can tell truths about me. I don't know, but like, it's just the truth of what's going on.
Because it gives perspective.
Right.
It's like you and me are two guys that went from like we're like regular job knife guy to now making knives, right? So everything that we also like, we were on that side of the table only, and then you see it and you're like, well, this doesn't make any fucking sense. Now I'm on this side of the table. I'm like, oh, that's why it was so fucking confusing, and that's why I didn't understand anything, because nobody fucking told me any of this.
Well, that's the thing too, is like you hear about all this stuff from enthusiasts and you're like, oh, they must be right because they're enthusiasts. But then you find out that none of that's true at all.
Yeah. And then what drives me crazy is you have knife makers and knife companies. And then, you know, like I said, I know a lot of these guys. I go to Blade Show, we hang out, we have dinner, whatever. And they're like, oh, you know, these fucking YouTubers, they don't fucking know what the fuck they're talking about. And I'm like, yeah, because you don't tell them. Like, right. You can't get mad at them for speculating or making shit up in their head or whatever when they don't have any info.
Yeah.
Like they like, because you keep everything hush hush. Well, don't get pissed off then if they're gonna make, you know, we're humans, right? They're gonna try to come up with the best, you know, idea of, you know, solution to whatever they think the problem is. You can't get mad at them if you're not talking to them. But a lot of people don't want to get in front of a camera, which I get it. It's fine. A lot of guys are like that, but you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't get mad at regular people who are buying your products, your customers who have questions about stuff, and then they make up their own answer because you don't give them the actual answer.
Right.
Everybody wants to stay out of it or whatever. It's like, it's not fucking, I'm not getting into any of them. I'm just telling you what's happening. You know what I mean? Like, you know, no. Like just simple, like little things like that, like the China thing. Nobody knew that the Magna Cut that Best Tech was fucking selling was fucking fake. You never even heard of that. Nobody, unless you were at that Blade Show in that circle right there, knew those tables got yoked off that thing 2 years ago.
Yeah, and then if you talk about it, you're a racist or whatever, and it's just like, no, we're not. It's just the fact of the matter is that people are fucking kind of shitty.
Yeah, exactly. That's like, it's. You and me are trying to make a living making the best possible product we can. Like, right. I tell people all the time, that's my marketing. I try to make the best performing knife on the planet, right? That's my marketing. So when I sit there and I talk shit about Montana Knife Company for selling soft steel, it's because it makes a shitty knife.
Right.
That's why. Because I think it makes it shitty. I'm not going to get mad at anybody for making money. I'm not going to get mad at him. He's employing people. That's awesome. But just do so making a good fucking product.
Right. If they made a good product, you'd be like, fuck yes, man.
Yes.
American manufacturing's back.
Yes.
Back. But no, it's not. It's just this guy has a bunch of money now and is just talking shit.
I think that's why he's such a...
I can make a better knife in 700 square feet than that guy can in his fucking $18.5 million building.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of a fact.
I think he pissed me off the most because I was so stoked to hear that he was doing it. And I was like, that's fucking odd. Like, American manufacturing. Like, when was the last time you heard of a knife company of that scale? Right? Like this is the potential, like another Benchmade or another fucking Spyderco, like level thing. And then you turn around, you sell dog shit, and then you try to fucking tell people it's not. It's like, God damn it. This is why people go to China.
Right.
Like
Right.
you're charging $450 for a shitty fixed blade. This is why they go spend $150 on a goddamn Civivi.
Right. Instead,
You're
he's
making
like
us look
fucking,
bad.
yeah, instead he's touting around about all his fucking new machines and new technology and all other shit that everyone's literally using. I don't get it.
Because they don't know.
Like, just shut the fuck up and make a fucking knife and make it good. Those are your parameters.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I would be the biggest fucking Montana knife fucking cheerleader if he was making awesome knives.
Dude, I buy all the shit.
Yeah.
But
I'd be the biggest fucking cheerleader. Like, finally, we got one. Like, yes.
Nope, it's just a fucking MagnaCut knife at 60 Rockwell. Cool.
Like, you'll never hear me say a bad word about fucking Tim Reed. You'll never hear me say a bad word about TJ Swartz. You'll never hear me say a bad word about
because they make good fucking shit.
Exactly.
And they make it at like a fucking pretty fair price. Like those new fucking folders that TJ's making, $280 something, $90 something. That's insane.
That's nuts.
That's nuts that he can make it for that.
It's insanity. That's
and it's
crazy.
Good. And it's good. And the liners are hardened. And the fucking blade steel is at 63 to 64 HRC, MagnaCut. And everything's fucking dialed. Like, but yeah, it took Montana several years to get to this point. And they pulled out all the stops, and now they have this fucking knife that's a liner lock, and it's got bearings and blah 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 and da 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 da. And like, it's subpar.
And what drives me crazy is like the amount of work that was done before you got here, and that, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
How many guys are out there making folders that you could call up and be like, hey, how do I do this? Or help me with it. Like you should, at this point in the game, if you're coming into trying to make a knife, the amount of guys out there you could call and like,
right,
your hiccup should be minimal.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
So many guys out there like TJ, like you, like Tim, like all these dudes out there who have all the info, who have made the mistakes, and are putting out premium products. There's no reason why you shouldn't.
Right. And they're giving out the information for free if you just ask.
Because we all want to see more American makers make cool shit.
But then this guy's like, oh, we got this heat treat oven to protect our intellectual property. Of fucking what, bro?
Of what?
Let me guess. You ran your fucking MagnaCut at 1900 degrees. And then you tempered it at 450 somewhere.
Must have.
I could guess the fucking heat treat.
You could literally guess it because that's the woo of heat treating. Everybody wants it to be such a woo thing because it used to be such a everybody. Oh, like I said, that's why like that Taylor guy. Him and everybody else are coming up with all these reasons, trying to wonder why some steels are hard and why some steels are soft. Because there's like this woo behind it when it's the easiest thing in the world.
Right, and then there's 12 fucking people in the comments saying like, "Oh man, what you're doing is so fucking great. There's no way." I work in fucking blah, blah, blah. And like, here we go. Fucking all these armchair motherfuckers coming in and fucking chatting when you have another 30 people in there saying like, this isn't impressive at all. Like this is pretty standard, stuff.
You're like, well, it's only a $400 knife. It's like, who's going to Montana for premium products? Like somebody who spent $400 on a knife.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I'm glad $400 on a knife ain't shit to you, but to like 99.9% of us, that's a lot of fucking money to drop on a fucking knife. I certainly expect it to be
paid for a story. That's what they paid for.
Well, it's the Defenders.
Right. I hate to fucking bring it up, guys. Like, you paid for a story. That's what you paid for. You didn't pay for a $400 knife. I don't know.
Yeah, even the bare minimum, it's just like, it's like, I don't know. I don't know, it's the cock riders. I'll never, it's the cost difference between making those knives with a solid heat treat and not is a couple bucks each. It's really not, you know what I mean? Like you're not like your margins aren't going to fucking, I understand that you got like 17 people to pay now. Like, so like you're selling them for, like, I get it, but
right.
Like all things considered, the difference between making a knife, having the knife heat treated and ground at X hardness versus X is not, it's not that much per unit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, if they get somebody that's like, oh well, I pried a fucking whatever off with this knife and it broke, I want a refund. Now they got to do all these refunds because the steel is too hard.
Let's make it thicker.
It's not tough enough.
Make it thicker.
When the fucking data is all out there showing that fucking MagnaCut's pretty fucking tough steel.
Yeah, make it thicker.
Dude, I had a folder blade out here and I bent it under this fucking arbor press and it's at 67 Rockwell.
Yeah.
And I bent it in a U shape.
Yeah. That's another big thing. There's a lot of knife. I would say like north of 80% of knife makers don't ever test any of their stuff. Because you couldn't be doing what you're doing and have tested it. There's no way. Because like you just said, you just took a 67 Rockwell knife and bent it like a U.
Right.
That's the only reason you know that.
Right.
Like people don't like the dude. Nobody nobody wants to break a knife to figure out how far you can push it. Like when I first started making it, that's the first thing I did is I would grind things as thin as I could and see how far each steel would go. And
snap it to fucking half.
Yeah. Because snap, I don't care what anybody says, hammering shit and breaking blades is fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun to do. It's fun to break shit.
Well, here's
the very first thing, I don't know, I just don't like not knowing about stuff. So
the other day I had to straighten this blade out, this K390 blade with a straightening hammer. And when it was grinding, it fucking snapped like right up here on the top. There's a crack in it now. But like the rest of the blade didn't break, so it's like pretty solid. But like, I'm pretty sure it snapped because there was so much stress into it and it was so bent. It's even bent now. So you can't really save it. But like, that's the thing is like, as soon as that happens, it's like, oh, it's the steel's fault or whatever. Like, you know, there's all these fucking excuses about everything. And it's just like, no, shit happens, break your shit and you'll know like how far you can push things.
It's to me, it's like when I was doing I just got the Magnamax in like 2 weeks ago. That was like the first thing I did was like rough out a test blade so I could see how far I could push it. Mm-hmm. Like it's half the fun of when I get to play with a new steel. It's like, all right, well, how far can I push it till it breaks?
Right.
Like, because I have an intention for it. Can it do that? Like I want to grind it like a fucking wafer. I want to make it fucking hard as a goddamn preacher's dick, and I want to fucking make it cut through stuff. So I want to see how far I can fucking push it. When I first started doing kitchen knives, what I would do, I'd grind knives so they were literally paper, and then and then whack them into wood and torque them and see how far it would go before it would break.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that's how thin I can go with that. Like, I get it. It's like it's wasted time and energy. Yeah, for sure. But how else you gonna? Oh, that's what you do. You just run everything at 59 and tell people it's for toughness.
Yeah, but successful companies like Spyderco and all that have R&D. Like they have R&D departments. Like they have this research and development, and they do all this stuff.
They do that.
And you're basically researching and developing. And if you can't do that, then don't fucking make the knife then. Just don't do it.
Hey, how about this? You know what Chris Reeve Knives' R&D department is?
Huh.
It's a big, heavy workbench where his old man, and Tim still does to this day, will hammer the tip of a knife in it and then like a half inch, and then torque it to the side and see if they break it.
Yeah.
That's his R&D department.
That's how you do it.
And if it snaps, they're like stealing, like if they're going to try a new steel. Let's see what this does. 20 CV. Pow. Well, that ain't going to work. Why? Because that's 35 can.
Yeah.
That's like, you know what I mean? It could be as complex as Spyderco or as simple as a fucking wood table to emulate like what you think the most abuse something's going to take and go, that's nuts. Right. That's what they do. Yeah. That is like literally what he does. They will hammer a fucking Incosi or you name it, whatever, in the tip and then fucking yoke it sideways and try to break it. If it doesn't break, that's why the ceramic ball detent that they have on that knife, right? Everybody thought it was like the dumbest thing. It was so dumb. The whole reason that happens. What's up, Precision? The R&D that went into that, the frame lock. You asked him, it's antiquated. Why? Because let me try to remember exactly how he put it. When you take a regular frame lock like that particular one, or at least the Chris Reeve one, right? when they would take them and they would hammer the backs of them to see how the lock would fail, right? So they'll take them, put them in a vise, bam, hit them, see how the lock fails, see how the lock fails. The lock would, I think the bottom would blow out is what it would, where the cutout would blow out and it would slide all the way over, right? Yeah. Whereas with the ceramic ball detent, it would crack the blade before the knife would buckle and fold over. So it's safer. Yeah. That was the whole reason they developed that. Everybody thinks it's smoother or whatever. No. It was from them for 20 years shattering fucking lock bars and going, how can we figure out a make to wait when it breaks for it to break safer? Right?
Oh, yeah.
Because this is like an inherent, like if it busts, this is how it's going to bust, depending on the cutout depth and all that, yada. People just think it was like he just came up with some stupid fucking idea because it makes the knife smoother. Nah, nothing to fucking do with it. It's just they wanted to, again, the whole idea was to make a perfect knife. That was their evolution of how can we make when the knife does break, how can we make it break better?
Yeah, it's small, little improvements is what it's all about.
But again, nobody knows that because we need to get Tim on here one day.
Yeah, we'll get him on here.
Have him talk. It's like people don't like I said. It seems like everybody thinks these things are like stupid decisions because they like it one way or the other.
Right.
Like, what was the other day? You were sitting there. How much you've been going through back and forth on sinking detent balls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I watched that. I watched that and I'm like, nobody appreciates how fucking like the minutia. Like you are trying to get you're trying to get that down. I'm assuming again it's either the lockup or motion of the flick or whatever. You're trying to dial this in to get as consistent a product as you can across all your knives because again, you still hand assemble all these and tune them.
Right. Yeah.
The depth of a detent ball.
Yeah, and when you don't get the depth right, like it kind of hangs on the hole of the blade, and the only way to really fix it is to push the detent ball in a little further or put a heavy chamfer on the blade so the ball sinks in there. And if you fuck one of those up, the whole thing's scrap.
See? Whole thing's scrap.
The whole thing.
Gone.
Yeah. And everyone's like, well, why don't you sell as many frames as you machine? Because I can't. I literally can't, because if I do, then I'm fucking myself. And that's where everyone runs into all these issues about pre-orders and stuff. Is like, I have 100 frames. I'm selling 100 knives. No, you're fucking not. You're selling 95.
Yeah.
You need to hold back 5 of them, because if shit goes sideways, then you're fucked.
Exactly. And things will go sideways.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Every time.
Like, that's not, like, the amount of money you eat, I mean, any product. You make in any product, the amount of money you're going to have to eat with failures, like, nobody talks about that. Nobody has no idea. You know, like, again, I bring Tim up again. There was a situation like last year. Something happened with their... with the tumbling, they hand rub all their blades before they go in the tumbler, which is nuts.
I do too. You have to.
Yeah, which is crazy, right? At any level. But something happened where the blades all got like super fucked. And like they had to be like rubbed like 3 times as long or some banana shit like that. And like Tim and his managers were in there fucking 6 days a week, coming in on Saturdays at 7 a.m. to rub like 2,000 blades that got fucked up on whatever, run of stuff because of that scale. Like, imagine that loss. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I always just think of, like, you think about that, like, but nobody knew about that.
Yeah.
Like, I would have never, I didn't even think about that. Something like that could happen.
Yeah.
No,
like, but they'll send it, but people will send an email and be like, my detent is too strong. Yeah. Go fuck your detent.
Yeah. Well, does anybody know that you have to hand rub all yours first?
I show everyone. I'm like, this is what I got to do. And a lot of the guys that are on the chat right now appreciate all that stuff. But there's some people that are like, when are these going to ship out?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess
I'll go,
I'll go fuck myself then.
You got it.
Yeah.
You can double charge because it's hand rub. Only if it's a Chinese made knife.
Exactly.
Then they double charge for hand rub.
Yeah.
You got to give those little Chinese 7-year-olds extra money.
Which is another thing too, is like the fucking YouTubers are just like, when they sell these knives and they're like, oh, this is a hand satin or is a satin finish and blah. It's just like, you fucking assholes. You have no idea how much work goes into any of this shit. And you're just collecting a fucking check, waiting fucking 6 months for all this shit. And you just gotta fucking make boxes and lick tape and fucking that's it.
The napkin designers.
Yeah.
The napkin knife makers.
Dude. All this shit takes so long. Like I do them in batches of 8, so I'll do 8 of these, stone 8 of them. Luckily, I have a pneumatic stoning device. Put them in the tumbler, let them tumble, and then pull them all out. And like, if they're not good, I have to restone them again and put them back in the tumbler again. This process, the tumbling process, is 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I came in one day and I forgot to oil a couple of blades. They had rust spots on the fucking blade, and I'm like, fuck, now I gotta re-fucking do all of these.
Reblast
and make sure that we're stoning enough depth to get that out. Because it'll show up after it tumbles.
Time.
When are these gonna ship out?
When are these gonna ship out? Look at a point, you just stop responding. You're like, I can't respond.
I put it in the thing. The thing is like, if you email me before the date is up, I'm gonna refund your order.
Here you go. Just
like I don't have time to deal with that. Oh yeah, all the emails that I get are just like it's just stupid shit. Like, well, what kind of finish is this? I had one guy buy one. Must have not even read anything. Bought the knife. Gets it. He's like, this blade is all scratched up. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? And he sent it to me, a picture of it. He's like, all these little scratches on here. And I'm like, you mean the tumbled blade?
Oh.
I was like, yeah, it's tumbled in fucking stones. What do you want? Oh, okay. I didn't know. Yeah, dude. Like, what are you fucking talking about? And I sent him the fucking actual product page, and it said tumbled, and he's like, "Oh, okay."
What are all these rock-like scratches? It looks like you tossed it around in the dirt.
Yeah, dude, it's never ending. And I think I mentioned a few things on Instagram about it, and Tim messaged me. He's like, "Dude, you have no fucking idea." And I'm like, "I probably don't. I probably don't know the lengths of what people will go to fucking message the making company and just bitch and complain just for the sake of bitching and complaining." Right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just scale. It's like what you do, however many more knives Tim puts, it just times that, right? You get 20 a day. He gets, 80 or whatever,
Oh my God, dude. I couldn't imagine.
It's what it is. It's a scale thing. Like you make, you're like me and you make fucking 20 knives in a month, you get like 1. You make 40, you get like 5. It just grows.
Right. And then like I'm instantly fucking putting out these fires and stuff, and then I'll hear guys in the Discord say like, "Hey, I messaged this guy for a warranty and I haven't even heard anything, or it's been 3 weeks." And I'm like, what? And I'm the asshole?
Yeah.
Like I'm the asshole for responding, but homeboy hasn't responded in 3 weeks, and like, that's cool. Whatever.
I told you there was some dude. 2 people sent me like a screenshot off of like one of those Facebook ones where some guy was saying not to buy knives from me because the post office lost his knife. And then I guess he messaged me an email. I never saw it. I went back and the last 6 months I've been working 2 jobs and everything, so I haven't really been checking it anyway. But yeah, because he couldn't get a hold of me. He said I was a piece of shit because I didn't get to his email. Because again, had he actually got a hold of me, I probably would have made him one for free or whatever. But I didn't lose the knife. The post office did, which sucks. And I would have done
Right.
whatever I could to make it right. But
Right.
yeah, but you're like, okay, like it used to like really piss me off, but now I just kind of go, okay. Like I look
Yeah.
at
let
it
it
like
slide.
like when I was a chef, like, I was coming up when Yelp became a thing.
Yep.
So it's like in the beginning, you're like, what the fuck, dude? You're like losing your fucking mind. And then eventually you realize you're like you got to read it and then like evaluate and be like, all right, is this like a legit thing? Is this like something legit that we fucked up? Or is this somebody who's just having a bad day or
Yeah.
yeah. Is this like, do I need to fix something here? Or is this just like I'm just going to type an apology and offer them a free meal so they'll come back later?
Right. Yeah. And that's how usually like, so with every time a knife gets ordered, I have insurance built into the shipping cost. And so if a knife gets lost, I'm like, first of all, prove it. Cause like, how those scams work.
Yeah.
And then second of all, I'm like, all right, here's your refund. And then I just hit up fucking Pirate Ships Insurance and just show them the correspondence between the customer and the order. And they're like, here's money. There you go.
Yeah. Well, that's why this guy, like, he was like, he goes, it said delivered, but I never got it.
Right.
And I was
cool.
like,
I don't work. First of all, I don't work at the post office. And that's
Yeah.
the thing too. Let me say this really quick. Is like when you come in and you're a snarky little fucking prick,
Yeah.
you're gonna get destroyed. I'm sorry.
Like,
Have a little bit of reserve and fucking then state your case.
don't want to be mean to me.
But yeah, go on.
Like, well, like you, like how much, like how many, a billion times, right? You've people break something or mess something up and you fix it and don't really charge them, right? Happens all the time. Yeah. So it's like 99% of the time people hit me up and they tip a knife, they chip this, bust this, smack this, handle came undone, whatever. I'm going to fix it for free anyway, right? Just because I want to do right. If I can do it, I can do it, right? And then you get those guys who like blast you on the internet because like I lied to you. Like I typed in the number and was like delivered and it never, and I just didn't ship it.
Right. Yeah.
And if you just hit me, like I said, if you just hit me up, I would have done, if I had anything in the works, I would have just like shipped it off to you right then and there. Or I'd have been like, hey, give me some time and I'll make you another one. You know what I mean? Like I'll fix it.
Right. Right.
But no, get mad at me because the post office mailed it to the.
Right. It's always like a fucking thing. And it's just like, all right, well, I'm not going to fix your shit now because you're being a dick to me.
Yeah. It's like,
and now I'm going to be a dick right back to you. And then you're going to go post about it on the internet and you're not going to get anything fixed anyway.
Yeah. I've had guys hit me up and like blast me because the sheath was scratching the micarta. And I'm like, well, it's like, do you want a loose sheath? Well, no, I want one with really crispy snap. Well, all right. It's plastic rubbing up against my micarta. It's going to scratch it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no.
That's what I mean. It's stuff like that where it's like I read it and I go, I'm sorry. Would you like to send it in and I can buff it out? Like that's the.
So I do a new thing where, because I use Gmail, so I'll just type whatever I want, and then I'll click on the AI thing and it helps me like rewrite it, and it'll say, "Do you want me to polish this?" And I
probably sounds nice.
And I click on polish. And it fucking retypes the entire thing and just puts out any fires. It takes away my fucking attitude that I'm having every time I type it. And then I send it off.
AI, but I might have to use it.
I love AI for that.
This is good.
But yeah, you got to
be an asshole and then have AI un-asshole your response.
Could be a complete fucking dick in your response and then just hit polish on the AI button. And it'll rewrite the entire message for you.
I need to use AI. That's so smart.
And the more of an asshole you are, the more polished or kind of passive aggressive the AI is, which is hilarious. Oh, I'm sorry that your knife is not to your specifications, blah, blah, blah. Here are some options. Yeah, it's so
I need to use that. It's
so good.
Oh, it's so great. That's so awesome. I was totally against AI up until this very moment.
Yeah, dude. So every email I've sent in the past couple of months has been all AI has responded.
Because I'm not joking, dude. When dudes come at me sideways like that, I have to like I'll type something like asshole back, and then I have to delete it and like make a reminder for like 2 hours from now to go back to it because I'm like I don't want to be a dick. You know, I'm
No,
like,
you don't. You don't have to anymore. You could be a dick,
I got AI now.
and then you just hit the AI button to polish it.
Fucking AI.
Or there's other sequences as well. Like I think one's like polish, formal, something else. But I hit polish and it just polishes it up. And I'm like,
AI. God damn it.
I'm like, you know what? I trust AI, and I fucking send it. And then I read it later, and I'm like, damn AI, you made me sound fucking great because I was being
so nice.
dick in that email.
It sounds so corporate. This is great.
I was about to end up on EDC go no go for a second.
I think that's what it was, something like that.
It's always that. You can never
Like a
please
no
those.
go because
You can never please those dicks.
the post office ruined. I think it was like the same one that Witty put me on.
Oh yeah, EDC.
I think it was the same one.
Yeah. Whatever.
Every time I see Witty at Blade Show, he just walks the other direction.
I would love to see how much money that guy owes fucking vendors. Since $3,500 was too much money for him.
It wasn't even that. It was like 28.
Yeah, it was like something
like
stupid.
$2,800.
And when somebody shared my comment in the Discord, he's like, "Oh, well, I'm glad he's being so successful and he can afford all that money." I'm like, "Yeah, dude, because I'm not an alcoholic like you fucking idiot. Like, what the fuck?" Also, there's guys that will spend $3,500 and that's a drop in a hat to them on fucking knives.
Yeah.
And you're a fucking distributor. You must fucking owe people.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
like yeah, it was like $2,800. I'm trying to remember. It was like $2,800.
Oh my god, dude!
Because I was selling those chef knives for like so cheap. You know, I was trying to, you know, we had done a drop before. I was trying to build, you know, business with them. You know what I mean? Like,
right, yeah.
But like, you know, people don't. I don't know if people understand this, but like when you go through vendors, like they take a 35% cut.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Yeah, so it's like if I, you know, so if you're selling a knife for $100. You sell it to them for 65, then they sell it for 100. So, you know, there's very little profit when you're selling to a distributor like that, unless you're doing like a ton of volume. You know what I mean? Like if you're, you know, if I was going to do like a production stuff, like when me and Alex did it before, where we've got stuff is being outsourced and done, and I'm not really touching it so much, then that's different, right? There's not really labor involved in it, but like, yeah, when you're hand making. Watch anybody that gets into knife making. They always go, "I'm going to make chef knives." And I'm like, "All right, good luck." And then, you know, then they spend, you know, like 8 hours making one knife, and they're like, "Fuck, I can only sell this for $300."
Yeah, or they're like, "Oh, fuck doing handles, or fuck doing sheaths, or fuck doing something." It's always something.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, that's the thing. It's like, well, so you got like when I made those knives, right? Those knives were all less than $250, right? They're between,
which is
maybe
bananas.
under 275. I don't think I was selling a single knife for 275. So 35% of 275 is like, was it like 60? It's like $70, something like that, right? So I was getting paid like $200 for the knife. So that's like the steel, all the belts, the finishing, the handle finishing. Plus, I sent them all in sheaths in those Cordova sheaths, which are like $11 a piece, you know, for the 13 to 15 inch ones. Yeah. So it's like there's not a lot of, you know what I mean, like a whole lot of money to be made on them.
Right.
And then like, yeah, telling everybody I stole them from them.
Oh my god. Yeah, when I first heard about it, I was like, "Fuck this guy."
You know what's funny? I know a lot of the guys that work over at Hinder, and the manager over there is like, he's a cool dude, and he comes up to me. I was at the Hinder booth, and he's like, "I want to show you something, but I don't want to like offend you." And I was like, "Offend me?" I was like, "There's nothing you could do to offend me." I'm like, "What could you possibly do to offend me?" So he was like, so he shows me a video. They, you know how USA Made Blade does a lot of the anno work for the Hinder stuff and like the laser special stuff. Yeah. So he's like, we were doing the Sasquatch thing for his last drop like 6 months ago. So, and I designed it. And then, actually, you know what? Hold on. I wonder if I can find it. And then he goes, this one for, you know, it's the 250th anniversary this year for America. This is at this last Blade show. He's like, so we had to do something patriotic. And they had all these cool, you know, cannons and shit and, you know, all these cool stuff. And he was like, "Do you want to see what I sent Witty?" that we were gonna laser on the handles of the like full tracks, whatever the fuck it was. And let me see, is it? Yeah, here it is. And he goes, do you want to see what it is? And I'm like, yeah. Oh shit. That's what he fucking sent to him. And I started laughing. I was like, why the fuck would I be offended? I was like, that's fucking awesome. I'm like, please tell me you did it. He's like, no, you didn't do it. He's like, I just thought it was fucking funny.
Oh
It's
my
got
god.
me as a goddamn Sasquatch. Like
That's
Paul
hilarious.
Revere. I thought it was funny as shit, yeah. Because I hadn't even thought about it till then. He showed me that, and I was like, that's awesome. I was like, that's keeping the dream alive.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sent that to Witty, so.
Well, it goes to what we've been saying is like nobody talks about this shit. And like, I'm not expecting everyone to just fucking spill the beans about everything. We're like, fuck, everyone's got fucking shit in their closet. And when you point one finger at somebody, you got 5 pointing back at you. So, or 4 pointing back at you, whatever the fucking saying is. But yeah, it's like, get fucked, man. Like,
yeah, I'm not saying this because I'm perfect or anything. I'm saying like so people
right, yeah.
understand stuff. Like people don't
yeah,
get it.
it's just hilarious. They're like, oh, he's gonna take me for fucking $2,800. Yeah, I'm sure that was his fucking intention. That was the fucking long con. Was the fucking
exactly. That was
$2,800.
Yeah, that was my.
He
long
learned
con.
how
That
to
was
fucking
my plan to get out of it
and make knives
Yeah.
for $2,800.
Yeah, that was how I was going to get out of the business. I was going to take the $2,800 and run.
Just go to Vegas and fucking put it all in black.
Yeah, $2,800, which covers like my rent basically. You know what I mean? Like
right.
It's just no, I'm not talking shit. Like I'm like don't nobody take it. Like I'm saying I'm talking about stuff. This is industry shit that nobody talks. Like where did Crucible go? Like what happened with Bark River? Like no, you need to know that this dude, like me fucking up a batch of blades and not getting it to him in time is my fault. Bark River stealing money and product from 7 different fucking vendors and then lying about where his knives are made. And you know what I mean? And then having them made in China,
and then nobody giving a shit.
Nobody. Like everyone's like, oh well,
That's the point. It's like more people were mad about $2,800 than fucking
of knives that were made.
Millions of dollars. Right.
Like
knives that were made.
Knives that were made. Like I had them. They were made. Right. They were legitimately there. They were made. Like
but when they re-stamped steel and like nobody.
And again, the vendors, all the steel manufacturers, the micarta guy, like all the bell, everything that they owed, all those guys they bought shit from. They left all those guys hanging.
Yeah, and blaming literally everyone else except for yourself.
Yeah,
and then being like, "Peace."
Yeah, and don't take it out on my son. He's going to be running the company now.
Yeah,
that's another thing. People don't realize how much money DLT had in that.
A lot.
DLT was the one buying all those fucking knives. DLT was like paying their payroll.
Oh yeah.
Like DLT, like people don't realize that DLT was doing everything they could to keep that thing going.
Jason is so fucking aloof with that shit. It's fucking bananas, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like you guys like DLT Trading, great company, right? Good people. Fucked them over like you wouldn't even believe.
Right. Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. I say stuff like this because it's like I'm not talking shit like I'm fucking perfect. I'm saying like this is scumbaggery. This is why it happens over and over again. This is why you get a guy, you get a Bark River because nobody says shit. Everybody just goes, oh well, I've made some mistakes too. Did you do that? Did you shaft people out of $100,000? No.
That's the industry.
Yeah, let's just see what happens. Everybody no, bro. He's making mistakes for a long fucking time.
It's like when I brought up the whole M3 tactical thing, and then like fucking tagged fucking DLT because they should have known. And it was my fault. It was my fault that he bought Chinese knives, and I'm a fucking scumbag, and I run my business like shit. Whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Remember Jake Hoback?
Oh yeah.
Jake Hoback, like
not one person again was fucking mad about it.
Yeah, it was like a one-day thing. The dude posted a chart of saying it said country of origin, where more than half the knife was made. And then every single knife said USA/China.
Yeah. Every single one.
And everybody was like, that doesn't make sense. You can't be 50%, 51% made in 2 countries.
Yeah, no.
It's one or the other. And then he took it down.
Yeah.
Like it was like a week, not even. It was like a day. And everybody was like, oh well, at least some of them are made in America.
Oh yeah, that Jake is a scamp.
Yeah. Like
fuck you.
Like the M3 tactical thing. It was just like you're like I will OEM all these knives that these people are fucking doing anything here in the States. And I go look at their website because you started talking about it. And I go look at the website. They've got like one Tormek. I think like a belt grinder.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, they ain't doing this. Like, and then everybody got mad at you.
Yeah, everyone got fucking mad at me. Except for the people's asses that I fucking saved because they're gonna go through them to get fucking shit OEM work done. Like fucking Lefty EDC was gonna get a fucking knife made with his company, and he's like, dude, you just saved my ass. And I was like, I give a shit. I'm sorry. Like, I give a shit. Yeah, you're about to go fucking get your USA knife made with some fucking scumbag that's been ripping people off for fucking years.
Oh, it would have ruined him.
Oh, yeah.
He was already having knives made in China, and this was going to be his American-made debut.
Right, yeah.
If they would have found out that he just sold this as an American-made knife,
oh, yeah,
and then it was all made in China,
it would have destroyed his company.
Would have wrecked him. Wrecked him.
But then people got mad at me.
Yeah, they got mad. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what are you mad at you for? I was like, you're just telling them what it is. Like, what's their, why are they, what did you do?
Dude, it's fucking ridiculous.
Everybody gets so butthurt about it, but it's, like I said, I don't understand the mentality of protecting people that do stuff like that. It just leads to more of it. Because like I said, that YouTuber, some like mindset, edge mindset. And he was like, he was coming up with all these reasons why people, they think they take money and bounce. And I'm like, some of them are shitty people and nobody talks about it when they do.
Right.
Like if some knife maker comes by and then takes $1,000 pre-order from fucking 20 people and then bounces, the only people that ever talk about it are those 20 people.
Right.
The rest of the industry is just like, maybe.
Right. Or they'll take $5,000 for a fucking pre-order, and then only those guys that were in the pre-order will bitch about it, and everyone else will be like, well, whatever. And then they'll wait, and then they'll come back and they'll do it again.
Yes. They're like, well, maybe he's just going through something. What? Yeah, money. What? He's going through money.
Yeah.
He's going through a lot of it.
A lot of it.
Like a whole bunch of it.
Like, what the fuck?
It's just like I said, it's like every other week it's something else. It's like I said, the whole fucking Boss heat treat thing. Coke. Coke. They cover carbon steel with Coke.
Yeah.
Pure carbon.
Wild. It's fucking wild, dude.
If you don't know what case hardening is, that's how you case harden shit. You take mild steel and you cover it in Coke, basically, and you heat it up. And the longer you heat it up, the further penetration you get. And then the outside gets hard, the inside stays soft. They used to do that with like axles,
Yeah.
Now they use like shallow hardening steels and stuff like W1 and stuff like that. But that's like how you, like an axle. Something you want it strong on the outside but have flexibility. That's what they do.
Yeah, or like gears or something.
Gears, yeah, shit like that. They case harden gears, things like that. That you don't want to spend the money like buying a high carbon steel and the heat treat and all that. They take lower grades. Actually, matter of fact, Ameribraid, their platens are case hardened.
Yeah.
So how they can sell those platens for like $60 is they buy mild steel, then they have them case hardened by a company. So they're 60 Rockwell on the surface, maybe a few millimeters in. So it's much cheaper to get and manufacture, and they can sell them at a good price. And then they can drill them and tap them, and they're easy to make. And boom. Right. So the platens on Ameribraids are case hardened.
It's just it just blows my mind, the fucking the amount of information that's out there, and these guys fuck it up.
Well, Peters will straighten your knife with a fucking blowtorch.
Oh yeah, I've got that done. My earlier ones, they straighten with a blowtorch.
With a blowtorch. They'll
Yep.
straighten your fucking knives with a blowtorch.
Yep. That's why every single one of my knives is double disc ground after the fact.
Yeah. A fucking blowtorch, guys. Like, if you think that they're like hanging them in water while they do it, they're not. They put them in a vise.
Yeah.
They blowtorch.
Put them in a vise. They hit them with a blowtorch.
They blew back the spine basically. It spots where it's warped.
Right.
But it's like the heat migrates and you get shit fucked up. Like.
Right. So if you send stuff to Peters, do it full thickness.
Yeah, full gorilla, and then have it double disc.
Yeah.
Because, like, and straightening's a bitch. Don't get me wrong. I straighten every blade that I do because I do heat treating for small batches. I say small batches. I've done Baby Moon blades. I've done fucking over 100 for him at a time, which I don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, straightening blades takes forever. If you're gonna do it with a carbide hammer, it takes fucking forever. Or you could be a baller like fucking. I didn't know this existed. Tim's got an automatic peener basically that they throw blades in. It just shot puts it with a bunch of fucking,
Oh yeah,
hard balls and then straightens it out. But yeah, they blowtorch it. Nobody talks about that shit.
Nope.
Blowtorching fucking blades, like blowtorching hardened steel blades. Like that's how we straighten them. You guys don't clamp them? Nah, it's too much volume. Ain't got time for that.
Yeah, you just put them in baskets. They just chuck them in they stack them in baskets and stacks. Put them in the oven.
Yep.
Quench, take them out, dump them out, and put them in the fucking cryo, and then fucking everything's done inside of a giant fucking basically a brick of fucking links. And then if you're, Joe knife maker and need 10 blades done, they're gonna stick them in with those other blades.
Yep. Exactly.
Pull yours
that oven's
out.
got to get filled every time.
Pull yours out.
That oven can be 400 blades from, whatever from Spyderco and 10 of yours because of 410s of capacity, or it could be 37 different knife makers with fucking 8 blades each.
Right.
Just the same steel.
Yeah, man.
They're the ones. Remember, they're the ones that's another thing. That was another thing. Guy, remember, made that big deal about the fucking problem with MagnaCut.
Oh yeah,
that was fucking Peters.
Yeah,
that was Peters heat treat. Had nothing to do with the steel.
Well, he went down there because they're Pennsylvania, and he did this whole documentary with them.
Yeah,
and blah blah blah. And like, I don't want to throw any shade at Peters. And then when nobody would fucking help him and nobody would give him any fucking money, it was just throwing everyone under the bus.
Yep. Well, I don't know. I don't know why he didn't go at Brad over at Peters when Brad was still there, but that was Peters that did that. Yeah. What Peters did is Peters did like a stress relieving cycle, but they did it like, I don't think they used argon. They did it like in open air.
Yeah, but didn't they? Wasn't that on the behest of Guy?
I don't know if it was the behest of. It might have been. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, so because because his biggest issue wasn't those little inclusions he was talking about. He tried to make it about that to go after Niagara because he didn't want to go or couldn't. Maybe he signed an NDA. I don't know. Couldn't go at like maybe to film back there. I don't know, to do it with Peters, because the big problem with the blades were, if you watch the videos, was he sent them too close to finished. So there was so much decarb. He said he couldn't grind it off. Right. And it would fuck the whole knife up.
That's his.
So it was the decarb from he said it was the decarb from their stress relieving process that caused all the decarb.
I asked him that too. I was like, why are you grinding your blades twice? And he's like, oh, it's like more precise. And I'm like, no, it's not
at all.
Because everyone thinks that like if you let's say you machine the blade and then you send it off for heat treat and then you grind it, the thicknesses are gonna be off and you're not gonna be able to line up the holes with the scales.
Yeah.
It's like, so what you'll get is like sometimes you'll get it and it'll tweak a little bit.
Yeah.
If you have them. But that's not the case with fixed blades because you have such a loose clearance on stuff that it fits up. It's fine. It's like 1 or 2 thou, maybe. But like I think that he was so anal about everything that like he ground it and then they machined everything and then he sent it out for heat treat and then they finished ground it. Which sure, you can do all that, but like
a lot of wasted time and money.
Why are you wasting your time? Whereas like there's guys that'll do that too, is they'll grind everything, machine everything, and then after heat treat they'll lap it to finish, which is again it's fine, but like if you're honing in all of your critical features like on the blade, you don't need to worry about that because if your holes are undersized, the machine surface is resting on a stop and it's picking up that machine surface, which doesn't change in dimension, and you're grinding in your pivot that way. It's perfect every time. You're going to get a dead center blade every time.
Well, he was just, I don't even know if he was that anal or that was just his excuse.
I think it was a lot of it was like him being anal, but then also his excuse is like, I can't do it because it's broken.
Yeah, because he was making fixed blades.
Yeah, that's it.
They're fixed blades.
Yeah.
Like you know what Chris Reeves' tolerance was for fixed blades? Eye straight.
Right. Yeah.
Like if you sight them and it looks straight and it's straight, that's how good it had to be. Because it's a
That's all
fucking
you-
fixed blade.
It's a fixed blade. Yeah.
He's like, if I can't see a warp in it, then you can't see a warp in it. If there's like, you get what I'm saying? If there's some 1/2000th of an inch here or there, again, like you said, the scales, you're going to bolt them on. They're going to fit either way.
Right. Yeah.
So there's no
As long
point.
as the scales are flush to the blade, which they will be after double disc grinding, you're good to go.
Yeah. There's
That's
none of that. Like you double disc them once or you, whatever, you want to mill them or whatever. He was like stressing out over these like micro tolerances. Again, it's a fixed blade. It's a fixed blade.
Yeah.
It was a fixed blade. Like it's like there's no moving parts.
Like these were all double disc. You can't, there's no bend in anything. I can clearly see. And as long as the fucking scales, there's no light shining through. You're
Exactly.
fucking good.
That's what I'm saying.
There's like sometimes where like that shit gets so annoying and like you don't need to split fucking atoms to like make anything.
Well, look at why he was throwing so much shit away.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna split like John was like the dude who took money and ran. John, the heavyset tactical guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like he could see a bevel, like a machined bevel that was off by 1 thou on each side.
That's not possible.
I said, I said, you know what? I don't even know if that's possible or not. I said, but here's the real question: who gives a fuck?
Right.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Who buying that fixed blade? Again, if he's bragging to you that he can see 1 thou, that's what makes him special. What he's saying is other people can't see what he sees.
Right.
So what the fuck does it matter?
Right. So then that gives him an out or an excuse.
Yep.
As to why your product isn't shipping out because it's not perfect. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
No one fucking cares. They want their fucking knife. That's what they want.
Well, that's what he constantly did. He would shit on everybody else's standard. Everybody's standards were so low. First he said he apprenticed over at fucking Chris Reeve or what's Tim's buddy? Not Holt. Koenig.
Oh yeah.
Said he like apprenticed under Koenig or Tim or something like that. Like, no, you didn't. You can't. I gave you a shop tour like I did everybody. And he's like, how shitty the standards were over at Chris Reeve or Koenig, one or the other or both. It's like, yeah, okay, dog. Yeah, got it. You know what both those guys do that you don't? They sell knives. That's what they do. They sell a bunch of them.
A lot of them.
Like a whole bunch.
Oh yes.
Every year I go to Blaze Show, I see Koenig with a fucking, a knife at auction that sells for fucking 12 or 15 grand. Like maybe you should.
The one you sent me out of that fucking steel. I have to 3D scan it. I got to send it back to you. But yeah, it's not as precision as people think. This one's actually got a little bit of like machining. You can see it's like off a little bit, but
you can see the machining in the blade. It didn't get stoned out.
Yeah, you can see it in there. It didn't get stoned out at all. But his high standards.
Dude, when I held that knife, that's what blew me away. Again, had that been any other knife, I'd be like, solid knife. Yeah, looks fine. Design's weird, but like it's finished well. But
yeah,
if your standards are that high, but you didn't tumble out the machine marks.
Right. Oh, and the tip. Oh, that's what it was. The grind of the tip is like off a little bit. You could see.
Is it?
But nobody cared. Nobody gave a shit. Nobody cared. That's the
nobody
point.
cares about it.
The retention was solid. The blade, the fucking use of it, everything was perfect. But the guy was greedy and fucking. And everyone except for him. Everyone except for him was at fault.
I heard he was riding his bike around Idaho trying to get a job.
Oh, he moved back to Idaho?
Yeah, I heard he was back in Idaho. I
Oh,
heard he was trying to get a job with Hawk.
Oh.
Moseying around Idaho, knocking on doors.
Were you telling me that story?
Yeah, from Blade. Yeah, he was over there at Hawk.
Oh my god.
Hawk Knives like gave him a shot, and then from what I heard, it was very short lived. Like, because I guess Gavin was like, well, I mean, the guy does, he knows a lot about machining and finish work, especially. Like, oh, it could be, give him a shot. Guess that didn't last too long.
Oh man.
Shocker, right? Shocker.
I would have loved to have been a fly on that wall.
Bro. He just starts telling Gavin about how bad his standards are.
I can't work like this. We need predatory lending to step in and
yes,
fund this.
Get more money. Predatory lending. Predatory lending from a bank.
Yeah.
Like it's like, you hear like the kids with student loans say that, and you're like, I guess, yeah, maybe it's not so good. You were like 17. There's a grown ass man walking into a bank.
Right. You know how banks work.
Like, you walked in there and asked for money and they gave it to you. Like, you retarded?
And to be honest, I don't even think it was a bank. It was probably Haas financing, which you basically need a pulse and they'll finance you for a fucking machine.
Oh, Haas, the whatchamacallits? The CNCs?
Yeah. They have their own, they have their own financing program. Haas financing.
Oh, in-house. Yeah, well, if it's in-house, then it's even easier.
Yeah. So, like, if you want a machine, you're just like, yeah. Do you have a pulse? Yep. Okay. We'll send you.
You got a pulse? Where are we shipping it to?
Yep. Also, you don't have to pay us for like fucking 6 months or whatever. Let it rip.
What?
Yeah. Predatory lending.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny as fuck that the dude bought his fucking water jets and the goddamn steel sheets were still in them.
I don't even want these.
Guy didn't even know what they were. He's like, what the fuck is this? That's what was funny. That's how it came up. He's like, yeah, I got a phone call. And this guy's like, well, I don't know what this stuff is. Like, I'm not in this business. But so like the bowler guy's like, this sucks because like, we never got paid for those.
Oh man.
Yeah, because that's what the guy was like. He's like, yeah, I'd love them back, but like you bought them, like they're yours. You know what I mean? I think he might have sold them back to him. I can't remember. Or like maybe it wasn't gonna, because of the tariffs, it wasn't gonna be worth it or something like that. I'm trying to remember what he said, but yeah, because they lost all that K890 was like it was all on credit. On third, maybe I don't know what his terms were or whatever, but whatever they gave him, he took it.
Oh my gosh, dude. Maybe that's why I don't make a shit ton of money, because I just pay my bills.
That's what I'm telling you. That's the move. It's like rack up a big bill and then just don't pay it.
Yeah.
Okay, I love you.
Why didn't I think about that?
I just I don't like, and this isn't even like you do, like you're late. No. Just never pay him again.
Yeah, never.
It's not like, ooh, you had a rough patch, like you're running late or something like that. You're a month behind. No, never pay him.
Yeah.
It's like
you're getting 10 to 15 grand worth of steel and then buy.
Yeah. You're getting 10 grand worth of steel and you're not like, no, I'm good. You know what? I'm going to make, $100,000 with this steel.
Or more. Way more.
But why pay a vendor? Why do that? I'll just go to the next guy. You know why? Because nobody says shit. That's why.
Because all of you guys watching, nobody says anything. We're here to say it.
Nobody says shit. Everybody was like, man, if Crucible had come out and just been like, hey man, The reason guys pissed off at us is because we won't sell him steel anymore because he's so back on his bills.
Yeah. It's the truth. He can't sue you for telling the truth.
Well, it's just those corporate lawyers. They're like, oh, just,
Just stay out of it.
Let it ride out.
It's not worth it.
Yeah.
No, it is. It is worth
It's
it.
like no. You guys pay me $40,000 a year to retain as a lawyer. So I'd rather not work.
Yeah.
So I got other clients. So just don't do anything. So I don't actually have to go in there and earn a check.
Yeah.
I swear that's what it is. It's always like, oh, it's just not worth it. It's like, it's not worth it. Like, the guy's lying.
Yeah. Yeah. So much so that he cannot open a business in the state of Pennsylvania ever again.
Ever again.
Like forever.
The AG of Pennsylvania kicked him out of the state, basically.
Yeah. And
Like,
now
the AG came to his place and was like, this is a wrap. Like, you can never.
Done. You're done. You have to sell all your shit and then get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out. Yeah. Like, like I said, I'm not talking shit. I'm not perfect. I'm far from it. I've made plenty of mistakes. I'll make more, but I'm not running out with people's money.
Yeah, you're not having the AG coming to your house.
You know how bad that's got to be?
Yeah. You're not riding your bike.
How bad it is. The attorney general of the state comes to your place and is like, you need to put as much money as you can possible. And no, it's not even that. It's, you have two choices. Either we're going to prosecute you for stealing from these people.
Yeah.
Or you sell everything, give us what you have, what comes out of that, and then you never open up a business ever again. You're going to sign a legal document that says you cannot open up another manufacturing facility in Pennsylvania.
That's wild.
It is insanity.
Yeah.
Like, that's nuts. Poplar Rock, aviaries. What's all the cool stuff? I got like a dozen Magnum Max knives that I'm going to finish tonight and try to put up tonight or tomorrow morning. That's the cool stuff I got going.
Yeah, leave him alone. The fuck?
Huh?
I'm just telling that guy to leave you alone.
Oh.
It sounds like what you got going on? What's going on? We're talking about stuff you guys should be talking about.
I heard somebody in here said they read about those Magna Cut knives getting yoked off at Blade Show, which is crazy because you never heard anything about it. I'm glad somebody said something about it, but you never heard nothing of it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like the talk of the town. Everybody was like, oh shit, you hear fucking Best Tech is fucking, not
I know.
using
Where's
real
that?
Magna Cut?
Where's that fucking knife news guy? What the fuck is he doing? He's not doing shit.
Come on, bro. Yeah, where are you at?
This company has a new lock open. No, you should be fucking talking about what's going on.
Investigative journalism. That's what we need.
Yeah. Come on, nerds.
Find these people.
Find them. Fucking investigate them and journalize them.
Yeah, journalize them. Investigate them and journalize them. God damn it. Need somebody on top of this.
Because we got shit to do.
Got knives to make. Got things to sell. And this is all just like the tip of the iceberg. It's just like, that's the thing that like boggles my mind. It's like every week, like you go down and you hear something, you're like, oh, well, that's fucked. You're like, oh, somebody did so-and-so. That's fucked. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. Go.
Yeah.
Just going to let them do it to someone else? Well, I don't really want to get involved in that, I don't
want to start anything.
I'll take the loss, Cool story. That's neat. I'm so glad you care that much about people.
If it didn't matter, then people wouldn't say what happened and then be like, "Oh, it's okay." No, clearly it's fucking a problem.
It's a big fucking problem.
Well, fucking say something about it, or tell somebody to say something about it, and then fucking move on with your life.
It says no. It'll be Blade Forums guys bugging out about a steel that cracked.
Oh yeah.
It's like, I get it. Like I expect, like I've been in this thing long enough where it's like, I know everyone's always looking for the next new thing to shit on. You know, I haven't heard as much about Magnamax, but then again, I've also had my head down working, so I haven't really been paying attention.
Neither have I.
I haven't heard anybody say. I tell you what, Magnamax finishes and grinds better than MagnaCut does,
Sick.
which sounds fucking weird, but it does. Finishes way better. Doesn't get all those like burnishy things.
Oh god, yeah, that sucks.
No, it finishes fine. It's a bit warpy, but finishes fine. But the heat treat thing doesn't make any sense to me. The heat treat protocol doesn't make any sense to me on it.
No,
because it's like MagnaCut and Magnamax, in essence, they have the exact same alloying elements. The biggest difference is just instead of 2% niobium, it's got 2.5%. Instead of 4% vanadium, it's got 7%. And instead of whatever it was 1.1% carbon, it's got 2%. So it's just got more carbon, more vanadium, more niobium. Everything else is the same.
Right.
If you took both steels and you did them at any given heat treat, Magnamax at any given austenizing temp should just be harder. But the data doesn't, like his heat treat. When I heat treated, that's what I get out of it. But if you look at the heat treat recommendations, it doesn't really make sense.
Huh.
Like if you got a steel with 2% carbon and a steel with 1% carbon, and you put them both at whatever 2,000 degrees,
right?
The 2%, the 2% carbon is going to release more carbon than the 1% because there's more to release.
Right.
It's going to come out harder. Should be a point or so harder, but the data sheet doesn't really show that. Also, there's a big difference between MagnaCut from Crucible and MagnaCut from Aerosteel.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Like people, nobody was talking about this. I started yapping about it at the shop, and then everybody started being like, "Yeah, actually, yeah," because I've done a fuck ton of MagnaCut, and that stuff, like clockwork. You run it at 2050 cryo, 300 degree temper, you get 63 and a half every single time. All of a sudden, the last like 8 months or so, maybe almost a year, I'd run that. I go to start straightening it, and I'm like, man, before I even would poke it, I'm like, this shit sounds hard. Go test it, 65. And that's not just mine, because I do heat treating for other people. Every fucking one would come. I would have to temper them all at like 350 plus to get it back down to 63.
Wow.
Every time, 65, 65 and a half, 65, 65 and a half. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing with this? I think because, like I said, remember you talking about how they take samples of the heat before they run it? From what Bob was telling me, there's a different way they do it over in Europe than they do it here. And I think something gets lost in translation because the only thing I could think of is there was more carbon in those batches.
Probably.
They come out so much harder.
They might overshoot it a little bit, and because they have a plus or minus on it, they just say, hey, yeah, it has this much carbon.
I guess, dude. It was like,
maybe.
It was significant. Like, it would, like, I'm talking, like I said, a 1.5 difference, sometimes 2 points. You're like, what the? And again, replace the thermocouple. My coils are relatively new. Like,
right.
I mean, even if the coils weren't new, I got a new thermocouple. So it's like,
right.
Just to double check, I'm like, this is weird. Like, let me just replace, because thermocouple is like $100. It's not like a, it's easy fix. Let me just change that to be double sure. Calibrating the fucking Rockwell, everything's good. Things are coming out stupid hard. And I was like, huh. But they would grind better. It's almost like they were, like the powder was finer.
Probably. Just did a better job.
Yeah, because that's how this Magnamax feels.
Yeah.
Like profiling them, drilling them, like they're smoother. They feel like the powder's finer, I guess is the only way I can describe it. Finishing them, they finish nicer, like they grind better. Like, Magnamax at 65, almost 66 Rockwell, like it doesn't grind that bad. It probably grinds like that K390 does, or maybe a little better. It's not as bad as you would think it would be. So it's, I don't know. Now, I remember Laren did a video comparing Crucible to Bowler and said that they were both exactly the same, but now he says that Aerosteel's MagnaCut performs better.
I mean, it's who's ever writing the checks,
So I think it's funny. I love Laren. Laren is a friend of mine. I love Laren, but that shit makes me laugh. I'm like, which is it, dog? At least delete the old video.
Yeah.
At least delete the old video that you said like
Get
they were the
rid
same.
of the evidence.
Yeah, at least
But-
just delete it. Like, so there's no
Maybe,
evidence.
but maybe he's got new evidence or whatever, and then that can, sway people's.
Well, here's my thing. For sure, there is a difference between Aristeel's Magna Cut, whatever their process was. Like,
Right.
Because I've done so much, like I've done so much fucking Magna Cut, and like
Right.
not just for me, but for other people, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of blades. Like it all of a sudden one day it was like there was a stark difference.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, we're in the Aristeel stuff now, and it is better. So again, if you're getting a better heat treat response out of it, and it was grinding really well, and it was machining a little bit better, cool. They got a better process. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Like I'm not mad at it. It's a better end product. But I guess that means the company over there in Syracuse that couldn't pay their bills wasn't doing such a good job.
I mean, to be fair, I was in that CPM building. It wasn't the greatest as far as high accuracy shit. Not like the
Yeah,
Aristeel.
I wouldn't imagine.
It's
I
like
wouldn't be
dirt.
surprised.
It was like dirt floor. All the elements were in like a dirt floor.
Really?
So like scoop them up and fucking put them in. There's no like concrete floor. It was all dirt floor.
It's like, the heat will burn off the dirt. It's fine.
Yeah, dirt won't hurt it.
Yeah, just wipe it off.
Yeah, it was like a lot of that, and then the guy running the fucking nozzle for the fucking liquid nitrogen. Weird fella.
We a little bit off. Little hills have eyes.
A little
bit.
Yeah, a little.
One
bit.
of them.
Yeah. So just some things, but I'm sure that's not the reason.
No. What? Absolutely not. I'm just like I said, I like the Swedish shit. The Swedes doing a good job.
Yeah, they do good work.
They're doing a good job. The thing that's weird though is like the Magnamax. I could have swore it all said it had 8% vanadium, but this stuff's all got 7.
Huh.
7.2, but closer to 7 than 8.
Well, that means CPM 10V is better.
Of course. Old toasters, runs of meth. What's the difference? What's the difference from what? Or you're talking about maybe the crucible. It's just I don't know how to describe it. It's like you drill it, like even when it's annealed. When you get it annealed, you drill it. It just it moves smoother. I don't know how to describe it.
You could tell.
Yeah, you can just tell. Like
I mean, all the bowler shit that I use is just miles better than the fucking.
Yeah, the bowl. Yeah, if you do M390 or
shit,
LMAX, like it just everything is smoother. Everything feels tighter. Everything grinds cleaner.
Yes.
If that makes, I don't know how to describe it. It's just like you can just tell it's not as it feels like the only way to describe it is it feels like it's a finer product.
Yeah,
like
it's more better. It's more better.
More better. It's more better. It's more better. I'm just stoked on how it finishes. It actually looks decent.
Yeah, I need to grab some.
Like yeah, so it is. What is K390 at? The carbide content should be similar to K390. K390's got 9% vanadium. This has got 9.5. So if you add the vanadium and the niobium together, it's 9.5%. So it's and they both carbide formers. So it should have probably like a similar amount of carbide to like K390.
Yeah.
With the carbon, yeah, it should be pretty close. Should be really fine. It takes a finer edge than you would think too. It sharpens better than you think. So yeah, I'd like it. I like it. I haven't heard much people talking about it since it came out, but yeah, probably because there's not a whole lot of. Well, Spyderco said they're going to launch it for their Manixes now.
Yeah, I saw that.
So
that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Yeah. Well, that they fucking I feel like there was a deal being made. Like you need someone like Spyderco to buy quantities to keep that stuff getting made. You know what I mean? Like locking in a customer like Spyderco, like we're gonna put this on one model. Like,
yeah,
that's a
it's gonna
big
be
deal.
it's gonna be a flagship steel on this model. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Which is dope. I mean, nothing wrong with
Yeah.
S30, but it's stainless as shit. I'll tell you that. It's way more stainless than like an M390.
That's sick. Fuck yeah.
Like that's the stuff like Magna Cut and Magnamax. Like I've got a shop knife. I think it's the first fixed blade I ever made was in Magna Cut. Like that I kept, like that was usable. And I blasted that. Like I blasted it, didn't even tumble it just to see. And I've had it outside for years.
Still no rust.
Not even a speck.
That's wild.
Not a speck, dude. Everything around it rusted. Every other piece of metal out there will rust. Hell, even like I've what is it? This is M390. Like I've had M390 blades that if you blast and tumble them, and like they get set, like they'll rust. You know?
Oh yeah.
I didn't even tumble that. I just blasted it, and it's just been sitting out there.
That's wild.
Doesn't fucking rust at all. They don't rust. They're so corrosion resistant that even using stainless steel black doesn't really work.
Yeah, I mean,
like
yeah,
you dunk it in the stainless steel black, and it kind of turns gray.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's cool. I like it so far.
Sick.
I like it better than Magna Cut.
All right, we're on 3 hours.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We got work to do, dude. What are you doing?
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. 3 hours.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up. This is our first episode. Tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your mom's friends.
It's your mom's favorite knife makers right here.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do this every Friday or every other Friday. I don't know. We'll talk about it.
We'll figure it out.
But thanks for watching, and yeah, check us out online.
Peace.
See you.